Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a very loud alumni arena here on the grounds of St. Mary's University. It is the third and final game of the Subway AUS Women's Hockey Championship between the St. Francis Xavier X-Women and the St. Mary's Huskies. Hi, everybody. My name is Dan Hobson, and joining me for the call, here's Jordan Ellis. Jordan, this is what they play for all year long, a chance to win a championship. Let's get the clock here. Let's start.
Before we get to So, back to what you were saying, the StFX X-Women, they played, in my mind, a perfect game on Sunday. They corrected all their mistakes they had to do from game one here at Alumni Arena. I thought they were great. They had all kinds of pressure in that first period. They outshot them 17-3. They were rewarded with a goal in the second after St. Mary's got the first goal of the hockey game, which was kind of funny given the situation. The X-Women bounced back. They tied it up. They got that nice goal by Downey late there in the third. Propelled them on to a win, forced them into game three. I think they have to keep things simple. It is a smaller rink, and they have to use their speed. They did really well correcting their mistakes. In game one, they turned over the puck a lot. They weren't very good at breaking the puck out. Game two, they were perfect. So if that's their big key to success. And for the Huskies, they have to try to get some more offense. They have to put some more pucks in the net. They have to seem like they want it. They really wanted it here in game one. They kind of took their foot off the gas in game two. But it's a loud environment here at Alumni Arena, all kinds of fans. I know it looks empty on that side of the rink, but it's jam-packed over here, and that's why it's so loud.
Yeah, and you talked about them and trying to get some offense going for the Huskies. They've switched things up here in terms of line combination. Lance Leaf, Polak, and Manning will be here on the first line, and they're going to start things off. And no changes here for StFX. They'll start off with Noseworthy, Downey, and Garrigan here as we are underway. Game number 3. X-Women, Huskies here on Bell 5 TV1. And of course they'll start things off. There's Winter. She's trying to go over to Downey here on the near side. Downey will come up with it. Douglas trying to come in and pinch in, and the Huskies will get the turnover. Here's Lansleeve now allowed to dangle, centering there. And that goes off the stick of Polak. And right there, once again, is Garrigan there for StFX. Has her stick check. And here comes the Huskies back the other way. Here's Lansleeve, centering shot, and that goes over the net. A close one there. Polak gets a second chance. Boy, oh boy, we're going to be in for a dandy if this is how they're going to start here. Just past 40 seconds gone here. Askin, she's got 3 points here in this playoffs as she shot that from well out, and Orassinen, the starting goaltender, makes an easy save. I like the pace so far, Jordan.
Absolutely. That's a great first shift there for the Huskies. Big bounce back after game two. They have to be really happy. Polak, great opportunity, and getting some bodies in front of the net. They have to drive to the front. They corrected that in the third in game two, and it worked out for them. And they got to keep that going here in this final game 3.
So some early pressure as we're coming up to 1 minute gone. StFX spending a lot of time in their own zone. Now they'll have a chance to get it to the center ice area and no further. Dump back in. Huskies will make changes. Here's Audie. She's having a little bit of a quiet final here. No points so far here in the 2 games. And both these teams' first lines have been struggling since the changes. Donovan, well, she was just a little bit slow in that, and it came outside the line on the offside.
Yeah, so we'll have a neutral zone face-off, and, there's going to be some jitters here. It is a game 3. It's basically like a game 7. And, the AUS championship will be decided here tonight. And that's always very exciting for us as broadcasters, knowing that There's no tomorrow. Well, there is. There is, fortunately, for both teams as they are moving on to nationals. But, the championship is going to be decided here tonight.
Of course, the Huskies are here trying to win back-to-back championships. And for the St. Francis Xavier X-Women, they're trying to win their 11th AUS hockey championship here tonight. So the hardware's in the building. The banner is as well. It should be a fantastic game here from the Alumni Arena as we are coming up to 8:16 still to go here in this first period. And there's a pass there for McDonald, who's been having a fantastic playoff series. Just a couple of days ago was named the Female Athlete of the Week for StFX. And now here's Garrigan on a 2-on-1, but she had a little bit of difficulty with the puck. So they'll bring it back outside on the offside with exactly 2 gone here in the first period. And you were talking about those jitters. They had a good 2-on-1 chance, and they ended up going offside, and now they'll have to face it off outside the blue line.
Yeah, exactly. A little misstep there, and noseworthy, just a half a step over the blue line offside. And, we're going to be geared up here. It's going to be that emotion's going to be ups and downs here in the game like this. It is very loud, so it's going to make for a fun game for all the viewers at home watching on AUSTV.ca.
And the X-Women will come up with the puck. Their breakout is picked off there by Douglas, and Landslave will send it in the rest of the way. Bit of a defensive change here for the Huskies, so StFX has a little bit of room to come out. But once again, a turnover there near the middle ice area. It is brought back into the Husky zone, so StFX has a chance to change here. Here is Landslave, sends it to an open wing, and she'll go off. As we pass 2.5 gone here in the first period. Still no score. Game number 3 of the Subway AUS Women's Hockey Championship. Bugeaud will send it in. She blows a tire, but she's quickly back up. Along the near side quarter, Audie hits her stick, but goes right onto the stick of Birch, who's having a fantastic playoff round here in the final round. There's a shot for well out. Oh, a big rebound there by Rassinen. And, that was a close one there. Huskies had a couple of close chances here in the early going, and Birch, it's the finish by point, was named the Huskies Female Athlete of the Week. There's a shot for well out, and a big glove slave by Clark.
And rightfully so. Birch was fantastic in game 1. She had both goals, and she really dominated that game for the Huskies. And let's take a look here at Clark. I mean, what a performance she had on Sunday. She gave the Huskies a chance to win. That's all you can ask for from your goaltender. I mean, they were outshot 37-15, and they only lost 2-1. So she's a big factor here for the Huskies.
Well, Chris Lorad is pretty happy probably with the way that his team has come out here. Ablaze it pretty well too. Very strong chances here in the early going, and have a face-off inside the Husky zone there on the icing.
Yeah, exactly, and it's very loud. We couldn't even hear the whistle, so
yeah.
It's going to make for a fun environment for this game.
StFX has a little bit of pressure here down in the near side, but it's going to be McDonald coming up here for StFX, and we'll send back down the ice where it came from. And this could be a little bit crucial too, is all of a sudden now the Huskies can't make a little bit of a change, but StFX can get some fresh legs out there, and all of a sudden you'll see that Coach Sinishishin is actually sending Bugeaud, Power, and Audie the top line for them here on this draw.
Yeah, exactly. He gets to put the matchup that he would like, and this is a line that's been excellent here throughout the series. They haven't found the back of the net, I'm sure, as they're used to. Power, Bugeaud, and Audie. I thought they've all been very well, and they're always dangerous when they're on the ice.
There's one along the ice that Clark had to react. It wasn't really dangerous, didn't have a lot on it, but it sometimes may not be what you can't see, and she had to react quickly to that one. Just past the 4-minute mark here in the first period. There's another scrum there, and Power will come up. There's a shot there by Power, and that's stopped there by Clark. Power, of course, played her hockey in 2011-2012 for the Minnesota State University Mavericks out of New Glasgow with a good shot, and she's leading the AUS in playoff scoring. Garrigan has her stick checked at the last second there. Huskies back on the blue line. There's a lead pass there. Landslave had to knock it down, but falling up is Manning. Manning make a nice move. Shot, scores! Manning, solo effort, 1-0.
What a move by Manning. A nice little toe drag and beat Rassinen just below the blocker. And you can hear this crowd here at Alumni Arena, 1-0 for the Huskies. Just 4:40 here into the first. Wow.
Well, that was a great move, and the thing is, it was Lansley, if it got the lead pass, he had a little bit of difficulty. Manning followed up there, and with a wrist shot, so we've seen the St. Francis Xavier X-Women in a similar position like this, especially against the Tommies, and they fought back. Do they have enough fight here in this final championship game here in Halifax, Nova Scotia? Manning with the goal, as Jordan mentioned, at 4:40 to start things, and you could hear the crowd here at the Alumni Arena. There's a lead pass that excludes everybody and is sent right back down the ice. So once again, icing the call. Didn't hear the whistle, as it is loud here in this building. So all of a sudden, that game two that Chris Larad was not too happy about, he said we didn't really show up and play. Well, they have showed up to play, and they are the benefactor of the first goal. And we're at the 5-minute mark here of the first.
Yeah, exactly. Great pressure, and they got some shots on net. They only had 3 in the first period in game 2. Obviously, they're correcting that. It kind of was a little bit of a screen there on Erassinen, a little short side shot, and nice goal there by Manning.
Cycle game underway. Here's Wardle, and now Brooke Murphy has it. We'll send it in behind the net to Gretzky's office, but Corcoran there trying to clear, and just does get it out. Power there, and this is going to be an icing call. They tried to get that stretch pass up the Power, but it was too far in behind, and now all of a sudden the X-Women can't change, and all of a sudden St. Mary's, who's got that momentum of that first goal, and kind of a little bit surprised. StFX here in the early going, but the thing is, sometimes when it's playoff hockey, you got to survive the first 10 minutes in the enemy territory.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, like I said, there is going to be some jitters, and for StFX, I thought they played really well there in the first couple of shifts. And a hand pass there, so it'll be a face-off outside. But, St. Mary's brought it right off the opening get-go. StFX answered back. Then Huskies obviously found the back of the net there on that shot by Manning. So there's still obviously lots of time left. There's 55 minutes left of hockey. So we're gearing up for a fun one.
Manning line out here once again with Polak and Lansley. So far, the fourth line has not seen much in terms of action, and that's probably going to be the way it is for both teams here as they have a little bit of a short bench. And once again, another icing's bringing it back. So a little bit of a slight pushing and shoving afterwards, but all of a sudden it's a little bit of a tired team here. The Bougeot line out here for the St. Francis Xavier X-Women. Of course, on that line there for them is Power, and now she has a chance to clear. Also out there is Audie, and Power will come up with it. Pass tape to tape. Audie there, that hits a stick in front, and a backhand shot, but it's going to be another hand pass called, and they'll bring it outside the line as we are 6 seconds shy of the 6-minute mark.
Yeah, that was a nice look there for the X-Women. And, in behind the play there, Bougeot was kind of roughing it up a little bit. Like I said, it is going to be a high-emotion game. There's going to be ups and downs. And it's, you got to have cooler heads will prevail. However, the Huskies' power play hasn't done basically anything. They're 4.5%. They're 1 for 22. So I guess if you're the X-Men, you can kind of maybe try to push the threshold a little bit.
I got to ask you, have you ever seen a team that possibly could win a championship with not having a lot of power play success in the postseason?
Not at 4.5%, but you never. It could easily happen here tonight.
There's a shot there from Halliday. She's had a pretty good playoff round. She's got 5 points, and that's more than the St. Mary's Huskies women's entire defense. They only have 3. Halliday herself has 5. And that's flipped towards center ice area, a little bit too far out of the reach of Halliday, but she's got all kinds of room. Lead pass. Downey, who got a goal there Sunday afternoon in their win, will tip it in. And this will allow StFX to make a little bit of a change. Here's Barber now. That shot is knocked down. It's knocked down by a glove. And Blanche there with a little bit of a bad angle shot, and we'll come back down into the Husky zone as we just passed the 7-minute mark here in the first period. The net goes off its moorings as the player slid into the net. That is Timmerman out of Rathwell, Manitoba. That's just about over 100 kilometers outside of Winnipeg.
Yeah, no, just a play there, just a little bit behind the play. One thing that you'll see here tonight, that the referee is going to have their hands full.
Yeah, Matt
McNaughton.
Yeah, Matt McNaughton is a referee. The linesmen are Diana Kita and Chelsea Tebow. And it'd be interesting, of course, Jordan, if Matt will keep the whistle in his pocket and try to let the players determine it rather than have a parade to the sin bin and maybe give up some chances here on power play. So we'll have to wait and see what he does here, as we are just 12 minutes and 37 seconds left here in the first period. And manning the goal at 4:40, Huskies up by 1-0. Watch Inside the AUS on TV1 for a weekly look at the players, coaches, and administrators that make Atlantic University Sport the ultimate student-athlete experience. Inside the AUS is available to Bell Line 5 customers in Atlantic Canada on Channel 141 as well as online. 5 TV1 is brought to you by Bell Alliant. And we're back underway here from the Alumni Arena. Huskies up 1-0 on a goal by Manning. They had a pretty good start here. And StFX is starting to maybe bounce back a little bit, trying to get some chances. Fanning on that one there was Bujold. There's a late pass. Warndo a little bit behind her, but she spins and comes up with it. Now she'll have to take her time as there's a Husky trapped inside the zone. Will spin around, send it towards the corner. Donovan will come up with it for StFX. Spins away from the checker, but still in the puck there was Birch. Birch in behind the net. And it comes a loose puck. Power right there for StFX. 3 wide now as they hit to the center ice area. Power will dump in, and she'll go in after it. First to it. There's Audie now, but once again the net comes off the moorings as the defense woman there, Kiana Wilkinson, slides into the net, and that will stop play with 11:40 to go.
Yeah, that's a bad break there for the X-Women. That's probably one of their best looks. They had a player up front in the slot area coming out. Clark was looking at the other way, actually, and fortunately for the Huskies, they just kind of blew a tire, took the net out, and slowed it down, so now they can reset.
Power Boole showed and audio once again. This top line, they've been kind of quiet in this series. There's Donovan now. That's picked off as Polak was right there, had a chance to clear. Falling down was Power, and back up the Huskies other way. Landsley will burst to speed. Centering there, right on the doorstep. Coming up there on the play for the Huskies was Douglas. And that's something that she doesn't really do often, is join the play and pinch, but this is a pretty well all hands on deck type of game as she joined the rush and unable to tap it in as we're coming up to the 9-minute mark. Landslave now will come up with the puck. Try to call walk out front, did, but lost the handle. Baker with a shot there, and that hits a skate and goes in towards the corner. Baker, of course, playing because Harrietta has a broken ankle. She only played 11 games in the regular season. Here's Audie towards center ice area. Now all by herself, 1-on-3 from a bad angle. And coming off the bench there for the Husky was Rumbell. Rumbell, who played intermediate AA last year with the Stony Creek Sabres out of Toronto, Ontario, as whistle stops play with 10:39 to go here in the opening frame.
Yeah, things are kind of making some noise at both ends. It's pretty wide open, which is good and exciting for fans watching at home. And it's going to be a long one here. I'm sure you'll see teams start to settle in soon.
Here is Noseworthy. She's been fantastic in this faceoff circle. She had 1 assist Sunday. That ended a 6-game pointless streak here for the St. Anthony, Newfoundland, Labrador native. Halliday sends it in towards the corner. Garrigan first back for it. Takes a little bit of a bump there by Askin. Puck's there in the faceoff circle. Back to the blue line, kept in. There's Winters now. And nice passing here, and it rolls right into Clark. She covers up for the whistle as we're 6 seconds away from the halfway point here in the opening frame. And as you said, it's been end-to-end action, and I guess you'd have to think that this may be a little bit hard on the coach's nerves here, because you know that the Huskies are a team that really concentrated on defense most of the season, and StFX was a run-and-gun sort of type team. Is another chance there for StFX is denied there by Clark. And
yeah, StFX is a hard-working team, exactly, and they do have some firepower. I mean, they have the top 3 scorers here in the playoffs so far, that top line, although they've been real quiet in this series, as we mentioned before.
Yeah.
But I really like the StFX defensemen myself. They've been really, really good with Donovan. Tilsey's been very great as well. Halliday, they're very good. They're puck-moving defensemen that usually create offense, and that's where they've been finding the back of the net and their success here for the X-Women.
Yeah, and I had a chance to talk to the coaching staff at StFX, and I said, well, what about the smaller rink? Is that going to change your offense to try to come up the middle? And we documented that in our game that we covered on Sunday in game number 2. And he says he's not going to change the plan. You'd figure that maybe with the smaller rake, that may all of a sudden the passing lanes may make it a little bit shorter, but they're not going to change anything. You got to go with what brought you to the dance. In the meantime, this is rolling in. Here's a foot race there, and back forward there is Gravel out of Lumsden, Saskatchewan. Now she'll go over the far side. And here comes StFX. They'll get to the blue line and no further. But now a second chance. Power now over to Audie. A little bit behind her. She'll spin. Gets a little bit of a weak shot. It's easily steered towards the corner there by Clark with 8:58 to go here in the opening period. Schofield takes a little bit of a bump. A little bit of reaction here from the Alumni Arena. Here's Baker now, just fresh off the bench, will go in. And now she'll start the forecheck here for the St. Mary's Huskies, and they'll try to clear along the far side boards. Donovan not liking the traffic there. Gets it back. Here's Power now. And turnover, centering there, but nobody there. Polak a little bit late to the party to get a chance at a shot on goal down low. Once again, the puck's there, a little bit too far out of Lansley's reach. StFX here struggling, just trying to get it out. They finally do. There's Manning, the goal scorer at 4:40 here in the first period. Polak now. Ooh, takes a little bit of a bump there. And once again, some of the Huskies fans thought that might be a penalty here. But, of course, Matt McNaughton says play on with 8 minutes to go here in the period. Things starting to get a little bit vocal and a little bit chippy here. It's a game 3. It's win to win the championship, lose, and all of a sudden you have to really think that maybe that's going to hurt your seedings in the Nationals. 7:46 to go. And here's a chance here for Winners to clear, and does. Now they'll try to get things in transition and make a scoring chance. Downey, who had a pretty good game, gets a little bit of a weak shot. That's easily steered aside by Clark. And once again, McDonald have a chance there. She's been having a fantastic playoff, 7-point goals. That leads the goal department in the playoffs. And she was kind of quiet in the regular season in the goal department. 7:19 to go. Here's Wilkinson now. As the Huskies trying to break out of their own zone, that hits a skate and goes high, back down. Wilkinson have another chance here to clear. Spinning around, but Audie's all over her, or pardon me, that is Skirman all over her. Barber here with a little bit of a third line chance here. Centering there, but right on the doorstep was Blanche. But boy, coming in quickly at the last second was Gemma McDonald, and gets a good shot, and Rassinen with the save. So it didn't look like a really good chance, but right there, McDonald came quickly in and point blank.
Yeah, a great look there for the Huskies. McDonald didn't get all of it on the shot. Rassinen made a big save. It was a perfect look there for the Huskies. Good transition game back after X kind of had a little bit of a pressure in their own end. So a good bounce back shift there for the Huskies.
Douglas trying to come in from the blue line to keep it in. She's fighting along the boards there, along with Audie, but it's Gravel to come up with it for StFX, and they'll go quickly up to Bugeaud. Bugeaud will tip it in towards the corner. Murphy and Bugeaud, of course, they were previous teammates with the Moncton Rockets in the female hockey program. A couple of years ago, won an Atlantic Championship together. There is Barber now, has her stick checked, and that's a pass a little bit too far, so going back in her own end is Sarah Douglas out of Whitby, Ontario. Quickly up, Brooke Murphy will tip it in the rest of the way. Icing wave dive, as of course StFX got to it in time. Here is Birch now, of course, as we mentioned. She's having a fantastic final round here with 6:04 to go. Once again, the Huskies right on the doorstep. A couple of whacks. Ooh, there was a chance there that went by the weak side along the ice. 5:52 to go. Birch once again. Audie runs into her woman in behind the boards. There's now a scrum. There's a couple of blue jerseys and white jerseys. And it's going to be the ex-women that come up with it with 5:41 to go. Halliday bumped there by Murphy. Schofield from center ice tried to dump it in. And it's blocked there by StFX. Lead pass there behind everybody. Just outside the bench. There's Polak all by herself. And now a chance here for Tilsey. And Downey's out there as well. That hits a stick out front. Landslave, nice hand-eye coordination to knock it down towards center ice area.
Yeah, a good look there for the Huskies in the previous shift. Wow, what a chance out front, and then Rassinen with a big save. She's really stepping up after giving up that first goal early. She's kind of settled in, and they're going to need a big game out of her to kind of get back in this hockey.
You can see that the Huskies are definitely better than what they were in game number 2, and that's
absolutely. Yeah.
They have just come to play here. That is dumped in there by Emily Power, and following up there was McDonald there, but unable to do anything there for StFX that time. Back in their own zone. Power now has it after going getting a rink-wide pass. Will dump it in. Clark will steer it in towards the corner. And a little bit of a defense change here for StFX. Gravel will now dump it in wide of the net and in towards the corner. And Douglas first back there for the Huskies. Gets it out to center ice area. Donovan, nice move to avoid Blanche. Donovan now, wrist shot. And that sort of handcuffed Clark there momentarily. Donovan gets the return pass there. Goes through the high slot, and that comes back out the other side. Halliday was going to try to come in, but then made a decision not to. Does come outside the line on the offside with 4 minutes and 9 seconds to go.
Yeah, good shift there from the X-Women. Putting some pressure on. Looks like they're going to change up their line a little bit, try to give them a break, get them back out there pretty quick. As you'll see, these benches have been pretty short leashed, and they're very tight. You'll see a lot of the top 6, top 9 players throughout this game.
There's a shot by Winters. That hits a shin guard and right in the middle of the ice. Brought back down in the center ice area. Dumped in by StFX. And here's a foot race. And it's going to be Askin first back for it. Turnover down low. Winters there gets a weak shot that goes wide of the net. And once again, Murphy has a chance here for the Huskies to try to clear. And they'll send it over to Schofield. That hits a glove on the bench, so it goes out of play. Join host Scott Squires for the East Coast Sports Show on 5TV1 to get up to date on what's happening across the TV1 sports landscape. The East Coast Sports Show is available on demand to Bell Line 5 customers in Atlantic Canada on Channel 141, as well as online at bellline.ca/TV1. 5TV1 brought to you by Bell Alliant. Along with Jordan Ellis, my name is Dan Hobson, the Bell 5 TV1 crew. This is the Subway AUS Women's Hockey Championship final game. Winner takes all here this evening as a shot there by Halliday. Glove there by Clark, might have gone wide of the net. 3:19 to go here in the period. Skirman there on the doorstep. Looking for a pass. She won't get one. Here comes the Huskies there. Pass a little bit too far there for Lansley. A little bit off the ice as well, so not really a good pass. In the meantime, it's in the center ice area. Follow the bouncing puck. Landslave now will go back, and this will allow StFX to make a change. Long lead pass is getting in behind the D was Polak, but she was unable to field the pass cleanly. 2:50 to go. Polak trying to knock down the bouncing puck, and StFX will break out. Audie now gets by Douglas. Audie now, can she get a good shot? No, it's going to go in behind the net. And also there for the Huskies is Wilkinson there. Tilsley now. Wrist shot. Blocker save. And a good one there by Clark. Well outside the blue ice. Stop that. She gets a second chance. That hits a body. Bouncing around out front. Huskies clear out of harm's way, and they'll get it out to the center ice area. Corcoran will flip it high. And once again, StFX back here trying to force something with 2:17 to go. They're looking a little bit better here, trying to get some scoring chances. They need to get a goal probably before the end of this first period here to try to have something positive before they go into the intermission. Here's Blanche now. Backhand shot! Oh, it hit Arasin and went in behind the net. A good chance there by McDonald, pardon me. She looks to be a little bit injured, so she's going to head off for a change. And it's a little bit of a long change, so this will allow StFX a little bit of room. 1:50 to go. Nice move there by Power. Downey with her. That hits a body out front. Askin has it now. Oh, there's another collision. Our first penalty of the game as Blanche hits Power, and Power is slow to get up. Husky fans not too happy about it, but it is sort of body contact.
Yeah, body contact, interference, either or. StFX, as I figured they did, they had a quick shift off, back on. They try to get a certain matchup. I'm sure was the plan, and they did a very, very good job on that shift. They created a lot of scoring opportunities, a lot of pressure there on the Huskies defense. Huskies bounced back. They went back the other way, and then the X-Women came right back in, and Power, just a hard worker, earned that power play here for the X-Women.
Now, this is of a concern here for the Huskies because in this series, StFX is 2 out of 5. There's a shot there that hits Clark and goes over the net, so they've got a 40% efficiency here on the power play, and that's in this series alone. And in the meantime, the power plays we talked about earlier for the Huskies struggling, and the Huskies here on the penalty kill, they're 4th in playoffs, 73.3%. McDonald there right on the icing line. There's a shot there by Halliday. Shot! McDonald! 8th goal! Ties things at 1, and as I said, they've been clicking on the power play, and the Huskies have not been. And that just comes 2 seconds shy of the 1 minute mark, and we're tied at 1.
Special teams continue to be a factor here for the X-Women. Beautiful spot there by McDonald. She got a ricochet in front, right on her tape. Wide open cage, nothing Clark can do. She did actually get a piece of it, but a big goal. Good answer back there for the X-Women. Again, that all started by hard work. Down in the offensive zone, they drew the penalty. They got themselves on the power play. They converted. We're tied up at 1 in the final minute now.
As Jordan mentioned, we're under a minute here in the first period, so all of a sudden that has probably quieted things down here in the Alumni Arena. And of course the Huskies came out and they pretty well had control of the first few minutes here of the period, but their lead that they had is now gone by the wayside. Long lead pass there, slap pass up to Audie. Clark will come up, try to play it high, knocked down there by Audie. And that hit Bougeot's skate, unable to get a good scoring chance. Here's Lansleeve now for her opposite wing, and a stick stave there by Rassinen towards the corner. 24 seconds to go. And Wardle first back for it there for St. Mary's with a good burst of speed. Tilsley has a chance to clear. She'll go along the near side boards. Audie there will get it the rest of the way. It's set back down into the Husky zone. 9 seconds left. Askin's going to have to be quick here if they can get a good scoring chance. That goes off the stick of Wardle, still inside the Husky zone. Just does get out. 1 second left, and there's the horn to go to indicate that the first period is over. Audie and Askin want to exchange pleasantries there towards the end, but the lineswoman jumps in, and cooler heads will prevail. So Manning at 4:40 of the first, and McDonald at 18:58 is where we stand after the opening 20 minutes of play. And that was a fantastic period, and I hope that we're in for a good second and third at that pace.
Exactly. It was a high-energy first period, as expected when the game 3. Very good start there from the Huskies after giving up a couple of good shifts. The X-Women came back, then the Huskies came back. They found the back of the net. A nice little toe drag move there by Manning. And then hard work by Power down the corner, drew the penalty, got on the power play. We talked about how good it was. They were at 27.6% in the playoffs. And they converted here on a nice goal by Gemma McDonald.
So 1-1 is the score after the opening 20 minutes of play. We'll be back here with second period coverage in about less than 15 minutes here on your Leaders for Sports webcasting and the official broadcaster of Atlantic University Sport. Bell 5 TV 1. And welcome back to the Alumni Arena here in St. Mary's University. 1-1 to score after the opening 20 minutes of play. Shots on goal after the 20 minutes of play. StFX had 13, SMU had 8. But where it counts the most is on the scoreboard, and it is 1-1. As we take a look at the goal scorers, Manning unassisted at 4:40 in the first, and McDonald 18:58 on the power play, even things at 1 apiece. My name is Dan Hobson, joined alongside here by Jordan Ellis and the Bell 5 TV1 crew. A first period, and I would have to say that the first two games there was no offense, no score after the opening 20s. Different story here, game number 3, Jordan.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's the fact that it is a game 3. Both first periods in game 1 and 2, like you said, no score. It was pretty well. There wasn't even much offense, really, as terms of chances in game 1. Game 2, it was mostly StFX with 17 shots on net. And St. Mary's got the first goal of the hockey game, and then that power play of StFX, ever so deadly, came back to score that goal late in the first to tie it up.
And we're underway here in period number 2. Audie blows a tire. Polak was there, but that was brought outside the line, delayed offside. Chance here for the X-Women to get things going in transition. Winter stopped there just short of the center ice line, and referee Matt McNaughton blow things down here with just 27 seconds gone, and both teams, of course, really don't want to have any tired players both making changes here, and that's the thing also, too, is they don't want to have long shifts.
Yeah, exactly, and it is the second period, so the changes are farther, and we ran into that in game 1 where StFX had the shift there for about 3.5 minutes before Huskies got the first goal of the hockey game. So second period, there's usually lots of action, lots of stretch passes, as you'll see there.
Yeah, it was
just on that last little play.
A little bit too far out of reach of Gar again, but as Jordan mentioned, it's going to be the long change. Here's a pass that eludes everybody. We'll send back down into the Husky zone on the icing. So a quick couple of whistles, but this is what you've also talked about in game 2, is all of a sudden we'll have stretches where there's, go maybe about 4 or 5 minutes without any whistles, and then we have whistles in a short amount of time.
Yeah, exactly, and it's just the style of game. There's a lot of dump and chase, and then or dump and change even that you'll see, or a lot of times you'll just see whistles just dramatically, like every 5 seconds. It happened on Sunday. We had 2 different spots there where it was 5.5, 6 minutes with no whistles, and then there was 7, 8 whistles, and then a 1.5 span. So it's just the way the style of game, and it can be very very energetic, very back and forth, and it can be also very much of a buzzkill type of style.
Well, Huskies are probably trying to get that all-important change. That hits the shin guard of Tilsley and goes down, and now they do get the change here. That was a little bit out of the reach there of Warndell. Puck there just outside the blue line, vacant there for a couple seconds. Here's Warndell now, picks the pocket. Warndell, wrist shot. That hits the body and goes towards the corner as Tilsley got in the shooting lane of that one. Skirvin, who was pointless Sunday, that ended her 2-game point streak. Had the puck momentarily. Corcoran now out of Bloomfield, Prince Edward Island, had 2 goals in the first round in the series against Dow. She's had nothing the last 5. Warner now getting close to the end of her shift here. Nice little move there by McDonald, but lost the puck in the process, so the Huskies will have to recycle things and bring it here along the near side boards. That pass eludes everybody. Gravel back there for StFX. That actually hits the skate of Blanche. Donovan right there. Lead pass, getting in behind the D was Audie, but unable to field the pass cleanly. She'll put a flicker right up onto Clark, and she catches it. And there are a couple of jerseys right on the doorstep, but she'll hold on to it for the whistle. 2:07 gone here in the second period.
Yeah, I like that look for the X-Women. Crash and bang style, get some more bodies in front. If Clark bobbles that puck, there's a player right on it. I like it a lot there, and it's a good look from the X-Women.
Plays back underway. And Huskies having a little difficulty with the pass, a little bit too far out of the reach, but Donovan will come up with it for StFX. She loses it. Lansleeve almost hits the lineswoman with that dump in. Power here. Wilkinson coming in. Exchanged a little bit of a bump there along the near side corner. Manning trying to kick it up to their stick and does. Lansleeve, as they cycle things around, there's Polak. Wilkinson had it there, pass. Bounces high, comes back down. Donovan there as well as Gravel there for StFX, but it'll be Huskies get it. Lansleeve A little bit of a wrist shot that goes well high, but Orasadin saw it all the way and didn't really have a lot of mustard on it.
I like that look there from Wilkinson jumping up in the rush, keeping that puck down low. It's an offensive instinct that the Huskies kind of lack there in game 2. So anytime you see the defense jump up in the rush, it'll create some opportunities. It's also very dangerous, but they have a real solid goaltender there in Clark.
Murphy Birch, there's Murphy allowed to walk down Main Street. Good chance there. Murphy, of course, we've seen her play at the Atlantic Challenge Cup there for the female under-18s. And was a member of the Moncton Rockets, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. Having a solid, good season here for the Huskies. Halliday now, who's also having a great series so far. Got her 6th point on that goal there, dying seconds of the first period. Bougeot there, unable to get really anything going, and puck goes in towards the corner. She did have a chance, but it was a little bit out of her reach. Coming up to 3.5 gone here in the second period. Corcoran knocks it down. There's a shot there, and that goes steered aside there by Clark towards the corner. StFX with a little bit of extra jump. That power play goal has really got them going, but it's going to be the Huskies. And Birch for well out, and a glove stop by Rapsonen. And Huskies change. Lead pass for Johnson, a little bit out of her reach, and Clark's not going to take any chances. We'll just cover up there with 16:08 left here in the second.
Yeah, it was a good couple looks there for both teams on the X-Women's side. Putting some pressure there on the Huskies. They got to create some offense. One thing I was a little surprised is that Bougeot hasn't, I think that was her first shift of the period. So if they're conserving some energy trying to get that matchup that you've seen there in the first.
Well, the fourth lines here for their respective teams have not seen a lot. Like for the Huskies, their fourth line of Trechak, Rumbell, they got a little bit of action. And the same here for StFX, their fourth line. We haven't seen a lot of Goudreau and Goddess there. As a shot there stopped by Clark. There's just a little bit of a jab there towards the StFX ex-women player McDonald. So that stops play. 15:47 to go. So, yeah, you talk about maybe not getting a lot of shifts there for Bougeot, probably trying to rest her. But the fourth lines have not seen a lot here in this hockey game. And that's really not to be too much of a surprise there, because it's a really all-important game. The hardware's in the building and the banner. Question is it going to back with Anna Ganesh on the bus here tonight, or staying here at the Alumni Arena with the Huskies? We're about to find out here, as that one will be brought back down on the icing with 4 minutes and 26 seconds gone here in the second period. And
I was going to say Gemma McDonald, she almost picked up that pass. She was gone. She got a nice step in behind the defenseman. It would have been a split the D situation, and on a breakaway, pass just went underneath her stick.
StFX tried to set something up with Audie there on the draw, but she was unable to get a shot. And we have a first penalty of the game coming up to StFX, the second overall, and it's a hooking penalty at 4:35.
Yeah, Bougeot's going to go to the box for hooking. St. Mary's off to the power play, and like we talked about, only 4.5% on the power play in the playoffs. 1 for 22, so maybe tonight's a lucky night.
And once again, the Manning line out here with Polak and Lansley. Lansley's going to play the point here on this power play along with Douglas. Here's Blanche there. That hits a body out front. Manning spins and fires. He hits a stick and goes over the netting and out of play. So you like the idea. We've seen that a lot where the forward plays the point on the power play. I guess they're trying to do anything to try to generate some offense when you're 1 for 24. May be a little bit risky, but sometimes, of course, the X-Women may take advantage of that. They're pretty good at scoring shorthanded goals, 8 in the regular season, and they had 1 there in this series so far. Chance down low for Lansley. And Blanche goes down. Huskies fans want a penalty.
That was a great look there, though, from the Huskies. Here comes 3-0.
3-0 and a bad change. And oh my, they didn't even get a decent shot. X with that long change that we talked about earlier in the period. But man, 3-0 and they didn't really get a good chance. Manning now walks down Main Street. There's a tip there by Lansley. Had an open cage, but didn't get enough composite on it. Douglas now walks down the middle, and that's centering there. That's blocked. Follow the bouncing puck, and knocking it down is Tilsley. And now it's a 2-on-2 the other way. Tilsley, 1 minute left in the Bougeot penalty. Noseworthy also coming up. Noseworthy, McDonald, Corcoran. And Donovan here, the penalty killer's here for StFX. Knows where they will backhand it in, and Corcoran and her will go for a change. A little bit of open ice here for the Huskies. There's a late pass there for Brooke Murphy. Now she'll go in after it. Gravel will now set it along the far side. Huskies all there. Askin, one of the more offensive defense women there, keeping it alive there for the Huskies. Murphy spinning away from Gravel. Passed a little bit too far out of the reach of Wilkinson, and this will allow Power to get out to center ice area. Audie, a short-handed chance. Audie pushing towards the net. Does get a weak shot, but Clark was right there, and they almost had their second short-handed chance, but didn't get a lot on the shot. 10 seconds left in the Bouchard penalty. Murphy will send it along the corner. Donovan right there. 5 seconds. You can hear Clark pounding her stick on the ice to indicate that the penalized player has returned their even strength. And once again, the Huskies fans react, and now, yes, there will be a penalty, and it's a tripping call. And, boy, back-to-back trips to the sin bin.
Yeah, Warnell's going to go to the box for tripping. That one hurts after, I thought it was a great power play, probably the best power play this series for the Huskies. They had all kinds of looks. They had a couple scenarios there where they had some traffic in front. Manning had a nice shot. That 3-on-0, I'm sure she would have loved to elected to shoot now. That she, unfortunately, Blanche couldn't get the shot away. And for the X-Women, good job on the penalty kill and the shorthanded rush there by Audie.
Well, this is a big kill here for the Huskies, and they'll start things good as Blanche will dump it in. She'll go in for a change. So the penalty killing unit here for the Huskies is Douglas, Polak, Murphy, and Schofield. Oh, there's a drop pass. Halliday comes in and keeps it alive. Walks the line there for X-Women. Donovan now. Cross ice. Halliday! Oh, good chance down low. Unable to put it past Clark. Chance to here. Clear for the Huskies, but they're a little bit too anxious with it. They'll send it high over the glass and out of play with 12:41 to go.
What a great look there from Halliday. Short side. She had a top shelf on the blocker. She just missed it. Perfect look there. Again, the X-Women power play, very dangerous. They find a way to get an open body and a good shooting lane, and that was a good look.
Visit bellline.ca/TV1 for the TV1 Live webcast schedule and on-demand content. You also get information on TV1 Live events available only to Bell Line 5 customers in Atlantic Canada on Channel 1 and 401. 5 TV1 is brought to you by Alliant. 7.5 gone here in the second period. 1-1 tie. Centering pass right on the doorstep there was Bouchard. Hits her stick. Bouchard hassled there. Corcoran keeps it alive. Audie, that's blocked there. Beautiful penalty work here, penalty killing roll here by Gemma McDonald. She blocks that one. Huskies find an opening past Corcoran and down. Oracidin will settle things down here for Corcoran in behind the net. Bouchard now has it with a burst of speed. Hits the center ice area. Bouchard going end to end. Goes around Douglas. And coming back there, making a nice defensive play with Schofield, and they'll send it down. A lot of work done by Bouchard, but boy, Huskies just right there to pick the pocket, send it down. Here's a turnover down low. Oracidin, she had her paddle down and then knocked that one down and steered it aside. 15 seconds left in the Wardle penalty. Audie takes a bump along the boards. Landsleeve. Not much terms of offense generated there on this power play. Back down it goes once again. And that should just about do it for the Wardle penalty. And that's a big kill here by the Huskies. 1 for 2, the power play here for StFX. And they might have got one shot. And that's going to be brought back on the offside. 11:16 to go here in the second.
Yeah, huge kill there for the Huskies. They'll gain some momentum off of that. I didn't really like that look by Bouchard, skating into the 3 white sweaters by herself. But nonetheless, the Huskies did really well. They got the puck down deep. They didn't allow StFX really to get much other than that one shot there that was high over the blocker. Good penalty kill there for the Huskies.
Halliday now will set things along the far side boards there. The turnover down low is once again doing some great work. There is Birch, the female athlete of the week here for the St. Mary's University. Wilkinson pinching in. Can she get there in time? And she will come up with the puck, loses it, but it rolls right on to Oracidin, and she's not taking any chances. Covers up for the whistle. 10:50 left to go here in the second period. 1-1 game. Of course, Manning at 4:40 of the first and McDonald at 18:58 of the first are your goal scorers.
Let's talk a little bit, just right quick before the puck drop, about the StFX X-Men and the UNB Varsity Reds in the men's series. X-Men stealing a game last night in Game 1.
Oh, yeah, you talked about it. You even went on Twitter, talked about Marchand and his 49 save performance. And now, of course, Game 2 will be on Bell 5 TV1, Channel 1 and 401. And that's going to be a dandy.
Yeah, that's tomorrow night at 7.
Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Chance there for StFX to possibly sweep hockey if they can. If the women can win this one and the men win tomorrow, there'll be a big party in Antigonish. Sit right back down. This is going to have enough gas and goes across the icing line. Icing the call. 10:20 to go here in the second period. So good. This has been a fantastic game, a fantastic series, and it's unfortunate that one of these teams has to lose, but there's a consolation. They're both going to a national championship at Napanee, Ontario, the Women's Hockey Championship. There's a shot that hits the stick and goes in behind the net, centering there, but right there for the Huskies was Barber. She'll flip it along the near side. Coming in is Donovan there to keep it in for StFX. Puck battle there won momentarily by StFX. Here's Audie now. Allowed the walk out front. There it is. There was a gaping net, but right there for the Huskies. Doing a great chance there. And tonight it was Blanche for the Huskies. Now she's gassed and she'll go for a change. Just past the halfway point here of the second period. Jumped in by Donovan. And all of a sudden, long lead pass here, Pollock, but she blows a tire. Oh my, and that gets a reaction from the Husky crowd just in front of our broadcast location. Landsleeve now along the boards, kicks it in. She falls down as well. And once again, people want some penalties here in the building, but McNaughton says not so much play on. Manning, wrist shot, and that's high and goes in behind the net, and the net's off its moorings. 9:16 to go in the second period.
Yeah, I think he's only calling, it's a Game 3, right? You only call what you see in obvious penalties, and you have to let them play a little bit of hockey, and I like the way it's been officiated so far here this evening.
Join 5 TV1 Scott Squires as he chats with Sarah Lunny and CTV Sideline Scoop each Monday at 8:40 a.m. Atlantic, 9:10 Newfoundland Labrador time. Get up to date on Bell Live 5 TV1's local sports coverage with Scott and Sarah. That's a Sideline Scoop Mondays on CTV Morning Live Atlantic.
So I think they're just wondering why the face-off's outside. It's just because St. Mary's player pushed the net off. So.
The Manning line once again as the Lorette has switched his lines here for this game. Has moved Manning up to that first line, and that goes into the Huskies bench and out of play. Face-off will stay inside the StFX zone. 9:08 left in the second period, and the thing is that like people say, okay, both of these teams are going to the Nationals. They're going to be representing AUS at it, but the thing is that you win this, all of a sudden you're going to move down in terms of the seedings of the hockey. So
yeah,
not only championship, it's also seedings for the Nationals on the line too.
Yeah, exactly. The top, there's 4 conferences in women's hockey. There's the Quebec, the AUS, the OUA, and out west as well. So all 4 of those, the team that wins get the top 4 seed. That's guaranteed. And you're guaranteed not to play the team in your own conference. So these 2 teams won't meet in the quarterfinals, whereas the men only have three conferences.
Clean face-off win there by the Huskies. They got a shot from well out. That's steered aside by Rassinen. It's a battle along the boards there, and StFX will come up with it. Skirvin spinning away. They'll keep it along the far side boards. Pass there out of the reach of Emily Power. Once again, the Huskies with some pressure as the Husky crowd here at the Alumni Arena get behind the home team, trying to cheer them on. But it would be StFX that will just clear. Emily Power there tried to set it to an open wing. Picked off, dumped back in. Winters now along the near side boards there. McDonald, a little bit out of her reach. She'll go back for it, but it's going to be Schofield for the Huskies. 8:15 to go. Blanche now with a burst of speed. She's also had a fantastic series. She'll come up with the puck first, but she's all by herself as the Huskies were changing, so there's some fresh troops out there. And one of them there was Gemma McDonald. She fell down on the play. Puck's in a bunch of skates and sticks. And coming up from there was Blanche trying to keep it in for the Huskies. StFX Donovan now has it after the puck battle, won by the team in blue. Wilkinson sort of gets away with a little bit of a hit as the ex-women player McDonald falls down. 7:42 to go. Oh, McDonald almost picked off that pass. She's going off for a change. Dumped back down into the StFX zone. It goes high. Donovan there. Being watched there by Barber. There with a burst of speed is Bujo now. Pocket pick there by Manning. The pass there by Landsleeve, and nice stick work there by StFX. And they'll roll it right down on to Clark. 7:15 to go. X-Women make changes. Here's Landsleeve. She also has had a quiet one. Drop pass to Manning. Manning, wrist shot. That stops. Gets a second chance from down low. Loose puck in behind the net. And Manning will come up with it. Manning having a fantastic game number 3. She's got the lone goal for the Huskies. 6:55 to go. Lead pass there. Bouchot kicks it. And it will roll down. Icing waved off. Kara Power out of New Glasgow comes up with the puck. Looking for a little bit of help. Has her pocket picked. And once again, Manning, Johnny on the spot. 1-on-2. Looking for a little help. Pass there. Hits a skate Polak there of a shot that goes wide and low. Askin coming in, keeps it alive, 6.5 left. Tilsey a chance to clear. Also back there, Wardle for the Huskies. Askin now. Fans on it, actually it goes right by her and sent right back. Schofield and Noseworthy. Schofield first back for the Huskies. There is Askin waiting for the pass. She gets it. Wardle now trying to get a lead pass out. Can't, but she'll go up with it. In the meantime, player falls down. Players thought it might have been an offside. No, play continues on. Here's McDonald now with a burst of speed trying to beat out the icing, and she can't. 5:58 to go. And what pace here, Jordan, here in this second period.
Yeah, the Huskies have been playing excellent here the last 4 or 5 minutes. All kinds of pressure, and they're getting some bodies in front. They're getting some traffic, a couple nice looks. Rassinen had to make a couple of hard, sharp angle shots. They're almost handcuffing Rassinen, but Huskies can't seem to find that open rebound and pot that one in the open net.
Teams were even in the face-off circle, but we'll have to take a look at the stats after the 40 minutes of play. But the Huskies have had a good chance and clean face-off wins and had one there, but play will be brought back outside the line here. 5:52 left to go in the second period. And a rare fourth line shift here as Rumble's out there. Trechak and Landsleeve. So Landsleeve will see a little bit of double shift. So fourth line, maybe Lorads have a little bit of a hunch. He brings them out. That fools Rassinen and the bouncing puck. And you got to think maybe she's a little bit shaky here. Some of them have been like point-blank shots, but boy, she did not look good on that one, Jordan.
Yeah, that's just a rolling puck too. I mean, that's one of those things where one of the adjustments was get some more shots on net, and it's working right now for the Huskies.
Trechak trying to make the most of what she can. Skirman falls down, passes it up to Power. Lansley will send it in, and the appreciative Husky crowd make noise. Of course, the X-Men had busloads of fans from Antigonish make the trip down. It is a pretty well jam-packed alumni arena. There's a loose puck. Kara Power wrist shot. Oh, close, but no cigar. Blanche now makes a nice move. Tilsey blows a tire. Blanche backhand shot. The light goes on, but that was a little bit trigger happy that time. Nowhere near going in. 2-on-2 the other way. Audie with a wrist shot. Oh, didn't miss by much. There was a screen down low. 4:33 to go. Bujo puts the brakes on, trying to get away from Timmerman. But it will be the Huskies with a chance to clear. Warndle, that goes high. Out of the glass and out of play was actually Kate Barber out of Aurora, Ontario along the boards there. 4 minutes and 23 seconds left here in the second period. And you're kind of surprised at the pace of this. You figure that, offense is pretty, defense wins championships, but these teams are going end to end.
It's very fun to watch, I'll tell you that. And I guess you can be a little bit risky. They're putting on a show here at Alumni Arena, back and forth. Blanche with probably one of the nicest moves of the series. She just unfortunately couldn't convert. But wow, what a move there. Nice little sidestep. That would have been a highlight reel goal for sure.
And an icing will send it back down into the zone with 4:06 left, and the Huskies won't be able to make a change here. Noseworthy on the line here with Garrigan, as well as out there is Tilsey there for StFX. Actually, it's Downey, pardon me. And there it is, once again, a puck, and Manning having a fantastic game. Just gets it outside the blue line. Winners there, hassled there by a couple of white jerseys, and they'll send it in. Halliday, watched by Landslave, goes cross ice over to her defense partner, Downey, and Downey will flip it. And it's going to go back down. Icing waved off, didn't have enough mustard. Get across the line with 3:37 to go. Manning, a nice stick there by McDonald, but Manning has that puck, just like a magnet, stuck to her stick most of the night. Will go in after it. Two blue jerseys also surrounding Manning, trying to freeze it here. Referee McNaughton right there watching, making sure that they keep play going on with 3:16 to go. Manning here on a nice long shift, and she'll now go off as that is blown down with 3:13 to go in the second period.
Yeah, Manning has been dominant here today in game 3. She's one of the better players here for the Huskies. She got the first goal, and she's had lots of scoring opportunities since. She's a very, very good player.
Bit of a scramble draw here, 3:09 left. Douglas will go cross ice over to Wilkinson, has a little bit of a room. She'll send it in, and it'll be Gravel back. Warndall also there. A good breakout here by StFX. Skirvin now, McDonald sends it in high and knocked down there by Douglas. She'll go in towards the corner and now in behind the net. And the Huskies get it out to the center ice area, back down, and rolls right in on Rassinen. Ooh, that almost was a little bit nervous moments there. Tilsey now has it. This a little sloppy play here out of StFX in their own zone. McDonald trying to spin away from the other McDonald, Gemma McDonald. So they'll go far side over to Emily Power. Tilsey, as StFX may look organized and better here on this breakout. McDonald will send it towards center ice area, slapped in by Askin. And it's in along the net. StFX trying to keep it on the net there, so the faceoff comes outside the blue line, and it will with 2:12 left.
Yeah, almost a dangerous play there by Corcoran. Almost had it roll off her stick. Rassinen was there, fortunately for her, and they got things settled down. They did a better breakout in the second one. They just hammered it right back in, but the puck went on the back of the net, so since it was shot in by St. Mary's, that's why it's outside.
StFX will come up with it. Here's Winter now. Polak put her down. Of course, play continues on. 2 minutes to go here in the second period. So we talked about the scoring in the first. There's nothing here so far in the second, so a little bit of a role reversal of what we've seen so far in the 2 previous playoff games. Back out, here's Carly Baker. We mentioned Baker in a fill-in role. We'll get the puck once again back behind the net. 100 seconds ago, up to Askin. Askin was bugged there a little bit by the StFX player, Audie. Here is Manning now. Good burst of speed, lost the puck in the process. The lead pass, they try to get it up to Audie. Bugeaud right there for StFX. Audie got in behind the D, but the pass was not going that way. Bugeaud will go off for a change. Settle thing there is Rassinen for Winners. Winners goes up to Power. Wilkinson with a slight bump. There's Noseworthy. And the puck battle going to be won there by StFX as Power will send it in towards the corner as we are approaching 1 minute left here to go in the second period. Gemma McDonald will go in after it, dumps it in. Gravel has lost her stick out of the play, so now she tries to kick it up to her teammate. She'll go retrieve the stick. In the meantime, this will allow Blanche here to go by. Centering there right in the slot area, but nobody there. Wilkinson comes in, keeps it alive. Barber there from down low with a backhand pass, and they're unable to get a shot. 36 seconds to go. StFX scramble mode, just clear it. Now Noseworthy will send it in back the rest of the way. 30 seconds to go. Blanche up there, got in behind the D, looking for that long lead pass. It doesn't come. Douglas also pitch it up from the D. Donovan there. They meet each other. 19 seconds to go. McDonald once again out there. Wardle hitting her woman along the boards. 10 seconds to go. And the Huskies, Murphy will come up with the puck. 5 seconds to go. Will they get a shot off before the end of the period? It doesn't look that way. X will get the puck, and they will skate it out of harm's way to the center ice area as the horn goes to the end of the second period. So all the scoring so far in this one came in the first, and good end-to-end action, but nothing in terms of goals in the second period. Let's get your thoughts here before we go to break there, Jordan.
Yeah, well, there wasn't any lack of chances, that's for sure. It was back and forth, run and gun style, all kinds of opportunities. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here in the third, and I think we could be maybe geared up for a long one here tonight.
You might as well get the coffee and get the snacks because it could be, as George say, a long night. It could have a little bit of possible overtime. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. So after 40 minutes of play here from the Alumni Arena in Halifax, Nova Scotia, 1-1 score between the St. Francis Xavier X-Women and the St. Mary's Huskies. You are watching the 2016-2017 Subway AUS Women's Hockey Championship here on Bell 5 TV 1. And welcome back to the Alumni Arena on the grounds of St. Mary's University. It is period number 3, the biggest period probably for some of these players for the season and possibly for their hockey careers for the graduating players. It is a 1-1 tie between the Huskies and the St. Francis Xavier X-Women. My name is Dan Hobson alongside Jordan Ellis. 40 minutes of play. We've seen a lot of up and down play. Do you expect maybe things may tighten up here knowing what's up for grabs, or do you still think it's going to be a run and gun type of game?
I think it's definitely going to be a run and gun type of period. It's loud in here. There's lots of emotion, and it's very exciting to watch. I think both teams know they are going to do sports championships. Let's have a fun, exciting third period, and let's win it on maybe an odd man rush or something along those lines.
Shots after 2 periods, 17 apiece for the team, but for the Chiefs, and St. Mary's won that draw. They give them 29 wins here for the evening. They were pretty well even with StFX in the first 2 games in the face-off circles, but Huskies here dominating here in the third period. Here in this third game, as we're in the third period. 25 seconds gone, but the StFX X-Women pressuring here early, and they'll not get a good scoring chance. Polak there for a burst of speed. Here's Lansley, puts the brakes on, centering there. Polak right on the doorstep. But the pass had a lot of gas on it and unable to handle it there was Polak. Here's Lansley now trying to kick it out front towards the net. Actually, Murphy, there's a shot there. Birch. Oh, and a big save by Rassinen. And a lot of work down low there by Murphy. And Birch, point blank, had the chance to give them the lead early, but shutting the door. Rassinen on a big save and put the big stir beside that one, Jordan.
Yeah, Birch, great look, great opportunity. In close, exactly what the Huskies need. Some momentum on early on here in the third. Birch is a dynamic player.
Murphy sends it in behind the net. Greshke's off as Corcoran there, bothering Birch. There's Birch now, a little bit of a strength position over Corcoran. Sent in towards the corner, past the first minute here of the third period. The puck gets by and down into the Husky zone, asking back for it. Watched by Downey, they'll go along the near side, far side boards. Donovan will dump it in. Allow the Huskies forwards, or pardon me, the StFX X-Women forwards to change. Get in behind the D was Blanche, but she's a little bit too far. Centering there, and out. Coming in is Baker and can't get a shot. And it's brought back out to the center ice area and into the Husky zone. So you talked about it, they're not going to play a defensive third period end to end. And once again, really good entertaining hockey and pretty good crowd here on hand from the Alumni Arena, and they've been watching a dandy. 1-1 the score, and the goaltenders have been stellar as well.
Yeah, Clark and Arassen both standing tall here for both these X-Women and the Huskies. It might be the first one to blink, might be on the losing end of this one.
Harris McDonald, she's got a goal in this game. It's her 8th of the playoffs. That's tops in the AUS women's playoffs. Audie down low. There, that hits a body out front. Huskies trying to clear it. Actually hits the body of Polak, and Polak will send it towards the corner. A little bit of a bump there by Timmerman on the StFX X-Women forward. Huskies will have a chance to clear. Polak almost blew by Halliday, lost the puck in the process. Bujold back there, and now she's got a burst of speed coming down her opposite wing. Watch there by Douglas, centering there, but nobody in a blue jersey on the doorstep to get a shot. Back into the center ice area it goes. Here is Wilkinson now, off the dump in from StFX. Throw up a little saucer towards the middle. Birch now, 2-on-2, wrist shot, Rassinen right there outside the blue ice, showing lots of confidence in stopping that one as we're 5 seconds shy of the 3-minute mark.
Yeah, Birch with another good look, good hard shot. That's exactly what the Huskies needed. They're putting lots of chances here, and it's going to be a very, very open third period. I like that look by Bujold. Haven't seen her do too much here in Game 3, but that was a nice look. Back to her abilities: power, skating, wide, drive to the net. She plays hard, so if she can get going here in the third, might be one of those key players for the X-Women.
X-Women have a little bit of difficulty. Now they'll settle things down and come out to the center ice area, but Lansley picks the pocket there. And there's Blanche dumping in, going after it, but it's going to be Tilsey for StFX. Garrigan had a chance to clear, but coming in from the pinch there was Douglas to keep that in. It's now frozen along the boards. And it will be StFX that come up with it. Coming up to the 3.5-minute mark here of the third period. Downey will dump it in. She had the go-ahead goal in game number 2. That's centered there, but Clark right there, and once again, the crowd reacts. Referee McNaughton does not play, continues on. McDonald a little bit slow to get up there for the ex-women. Now she's back up, but she is really going slowly towards the bench for a change. Actually, she just stays on there, and the pass was a little bit too far out of her reach, so that allowed Askin to keep it in for the Huskies. Past the 4-minute mark here, period number 3, and McNaughton will blow things down. 15:57 left here in the third period, and pretty well the first 2 periods is what's going on here in the first 4 here in this one. It's been a pretty well up and down, and you got to wonder right now, maybe players might be grabbing their sticks and a little bit nerves here. They don't want to be responsible for a loss here. You got to wonder if nerves will be getting a little bit of effect as we get to the closer end of this one.
Yeah, I'm sure that is the case, and I mean, it is a high emotional game for sure, but the Huskies are the defending champs. They know how to win, and for StFX, they won a few years ago, so there's lots of winning in the history of the StFX women, so both these teams have been there before, and I think they'll use their experience here in this third.
Both these teams have their name on that trophy. StFX 10 times, St. Mary's 5. St. Mary's would like to make it a 6th here. There's a nice little save by Rassinen on a nice burst there by McDonald there for the Huskies. Baker dumps it in, but it doesn't get too far in towards the corner. Dumped back down by StFX right on the goal of Clark. So she settles things down and allows StFX to complete the change. As we come up to the 5-minute mark, a shot from outside, easily stopped there by Clark. You're not going to beat her from center ice area. Manning now, she's got the lone goal for the Huskies. Held up there, brought back out, and down into the Husky zone. There's Wilkinson. She'll go cross ice over to Douglas. Douglas will send it in. Orassinen stops it. Plays it back the other way, right onto the stick of Manning. There's a shot there, Orassinen with the save. It's in the blue ice momentarily, set towards the corner. Corcoran and Polak fight it with it. It's going to be the Huskies come up with it. That hits a body out front. 5.5 gone here in the third period. Douglas pitch it in. Keeping it alive there. There's a fluttering shot there that's stopped by Orassinen, and there may be a quick whistle there and a little bit of talking afterwards. And Orassinen feeling okay right now. Feeling it, and the thing is, she likes to get more shots than less shots, and has a good stop there by the goaltender. Gets a pat on her head by her teammate McDonald.
Yeah, great look there from the Huskies, and you talked about it. That one mistake is going to be crucial. The ex-women almost coughed it up. That allowed the Huskies to get a couple scoring chances. Fortunately for Rassen, she hanged on the puck. She get bumped there at the end, but she's obviously all right.
Skirman out of Summerside, Prince Edward Island. That's a good place to be from now, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And, of course, she had a pretty good playoff performance. She had her point streak ended on Sunday. As the McDonald line, as well as Emily Power out here. Gravel tried to keep that in. Wardle now will send it in the rest of the way. She's a little bit gassed, so she'll go for a change. In the center ice area, there is McDonald, and she'll bump it in, and she'll go off. So teams making full changes, short changes here. They don't want to be out there for too long a period of time. A little bit out of the reach there of Lansleeve. Winders now has it as we're coming up to 6.5 gone here in the third period. There's a turnover and a shot there by Lansleeve, and used to screen, but stopping it there was Orassinen off the turnover. So X a little bit nonchalant there in their own zone, and they've coughed it up a couple of times, and it's resulted in good scoring plays for the Huskies.
Yeah, Lansleeve, great look there. She had an opening on the blocker side of Orassinen. Here's
a potential break for Audie, but she couldn't knock it down. Askin getting back in time. Will send it towards the corner, but nice work there by the Waterloo, Ontario native. Halliday hits a stick, scores!
Audie in front with the tip.
Beautifully done. And you can hear them, maybe the ex-crowd that have made the trip down, loving the play. 6 minutes, 49 seconds. It's 2-1.
Audie had that first look there. She was in a foot race. She just lost the handle, then she went to the front of the net. Puck popped back to the point. Shot tipped in front right between the wickets of Clark. Huge goal and a huge momentum shift here for the X-Women.
Halliday, who had has a 3-game point streak, makes it 4 as she got an assist on the goal in the first period, and she'll get one there. 2 points here for the defense woman out of Smith Falls, Ontario. And it's 2-1, and penalty coming up. McNaughton. And now we've got some pushing and shoving, and you know that the tempers are going to start to get up. A slash being called here by McNaughton.
Yeah, it's coincidentals. So it's coincidental slashing minors against both teams.
It'll stay 5 aside.
It will stay 5 aside, exactly. Oh yeah, I told you, it's going to be lots of up and downs in a game 3 like a game 7. Emotions run high here, and the blood can boil pretty quickly. And it's a loud, loud rink, and that can also play a factor.
Watch inside the AUS on Bell 5 TV1 for a weekly look at the players, coaches, and administrators to make Atlantic University sport the ultimate student-athlete experience, and that's here on Bell 5 TV1. 12:40 left to go here in the third period as that rolls in, and that's blown down. Brassenden covering up with 12:35 to go, and all of a sudden the Huskies, which has been a team known for defense most of the regular season and here into the postseason, are going to have to find some offense, and it's been kind of tough for them. They haven't been able to do it on the power play. Their first line that they started the series only had 1 point in the finals. Now they've got to generate some offense, and Orassinen has been pretty well up to the task. And penalty coming up, a tripping play, and it's going against StFX, much to the like of the Husky crowd here at the Alumni Arena, as Gravel will go off.
That was just a great, great look there from the Huskies. A drive to the net. They're playing with that aggression. Polak tried to take the puck, working from her backhand to her forehand. She got tripped up, and now the Huskies are off to the power play. Great chance here to try to tie it up with 12:29 to go.
They're 1 for 25. They need one here, but that's a wrist shot, and that's stopped by Orassinen. Well confident and good work there by StFX. They allowed Orassinen to see it all the way from atop the circle. Just 6 seconds ticked off the penalty here. So, of course, this is penalty number 3 for the X-Women. 0 for 2 so far. His St. Mary's been in the power play. There's a shot there by Douglas, top of the circle, and that's stopped by Orassinen. And now, the more stops she makes, the more confident she gets with 12:09 to go. 20 seconds gone in the penalty to Gravel.
But for the Huskies, you got to look at the positive here. They got 2 shots here on the start of this power play. I thought their power play in the first period was a lot better than what we've seen here in the series. They're building some momentum, and there's still all kinds of time left in this hockey game and in the power play.
Just want to make a correction. This is power play number 2 by mistake there. Sent back down the ice. Douglas will settle things down. Manning out here on the power play, as well as Polak. And with the puck, Landsleeve. Also out there is Blanche for the Huskies. StFX had a chance to clear. They didn't get it down completely. We'll see if this costs them. Manning, who has the lone goal. Hassled there, but all of a sudden the whistle blows. We didn't quite hear as it's starting to get loud in this building once again with 1:11 left in the penalty to Gravel.
Yeah, they were calling for an offside, and the referee actually blew the play dead for offside, so good work there by Matt McNaughton.
Yeah, it is sometimes when the fans get going, we can not hear the whistle, so here's Allie. Here's Noseworthy to take the draw against Manning. These two have been battling in the face-off circles. Noseworthy 17 of 28 coming into tonight, but she can't win it this time. Husky player blows a tire. That's Landsleeve. Noseworthy will allow Halliday, who's probably making a bid to be the MVP here of the finals, sends it down the ice. 11:22 to go in the period. 50 seconds left in the Gravel penalty. Here is Polak now. Walks the line. Centers there, right out of the stick of StFX. They had a chance to clear, can't get it out. Second chance here by Downey. Out to the center ice area. A little bit of confusion as a couple of Husky players collide. Nice penalty killing work here by Bujo. 30 seconds left. All by herself. Dumps it in towards the corner. No, goes in after it. Audie's out here at a penalty killing role. Also Tilsley and Corcoran. the penalty killing unit for StFX. They'll come up with the puck and kill some precious seconds. Audie going towards the net. And with that butterfly style, Clark right down, denies that. Not a lot on the shot. 9 seconds left in the Gravel penalty. Manning will dump it in. It doesn't go towards the corner. Centering there, but right there, X all back. And the penalty has been served. Even strength. Bujoud walks down the middle, and it goes in towards the corner.
That was an excellent penalty kill from Bujold and from Audie. She's still out there. Look at her working very hard here in this third period. Great kill there for the X-Women.
Huskies fans want a penalty as one of the Huskies goes down. McNaughton says, nah, play goes on. As we're coming up to the halfway point here in the third period of a 2-1 hockey game. Tense moments here for the Huskies. They could be seeing their championship, which they were hoping to win back-to-back. That possibility of that happening going by the wayside. Icing call, 9 minutes and 58 seconds left to go. And, of course, this one has been a humdinger, Jordan. Let's hope that game number 2 in the men's action, going to be tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Peter Rutgeiser, Razor Lalani, and Scott Squires will have that call, and that is at 7 p.m. and 7:30 Newfoundland Labrador time. And that's got to be from the Millennium Center in Antigonish.
Yeah, and I have to give a shout-out to Nicole Gallant, who works at the Millennium Center. She told me officially sold out. No standing room. It's going to be a packed house at the KMC.
And it went pretty quickly because earlier this morning it was just standing room, and now standing room, that's not available now. So, as I said earlier in the broadcast, that town is just going to celebrate. But hold on! Scoring! Nonchalant, but just like that, it's 2-2. Blanche with the goal.
Blanche getting rewarded for her hard work here tonight. She has been excellent. She's had lots of scoring opportunities. She finds the back of the net. We're back to square one. We're tied up with 2 with only 9:26 left.
Top of that one, 10 minutes and 34 seconds, so fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the main event. Here we go. 9:17 to go. And all of a sudden, the X crowd that made the trip from Antigonish are a little bit quiet. Husky fans rejuvenated. Here's a chance, 2-on-2. Lance Sleeve has Manning. There's a wrist shot well out. Rasanen gloves it down for the whistle with 9 minutes left to go here in the third period. So maybe possibly 60 minutes isn't going to do it tonight. Maybe going a little bit of extra hockey from Halifax.
We could be here for a while. I said that after the second period. Both Clark and Rasanen, both good goaltenders. And the way this game has been going, although they have been playing very aggressive, we could be in for a long one.
I have a funny feeling that the next one's going to be the big one. 8:48 to go, 2-2 the score. In the corner. X-Women will come up with a Tilsley now, trying to spin and go back the other way, but runs into Gemma McDonald, so now they'll go along the far side boards. There's Corcoran. Tilsley trying to settle the bouncing puck down. Lead pass up there to Bujoud. 2-on-2, has power with her, puts the brakes on. Audie, the top line out here for StFX. Bujoud with a shot that hits a body. Power knocked down there by Wilkinson. Play continues on. Here is Wilkinson now. Tries to go high, that's picked off. She blows a tire. Loose puck there, and coming back is Blanche there. Puts it right onto the stick of Audie, right in the corner. Skirvin now out here. Gets it back to Winners. Halliday had trouble with the pass. We'll send it in towards the corner and back in behind the net. Winners has a second chance. Tees it up, fires a shot. That's wide. It hits the inboards. Almost came out front. X-Women with a little bit of pressure here. They also had a short-handed person because Audie was going to the bench. She was gassed, but the X-player couldn't get into the play time. Clark will glove it down with 7:43 left here in the third.
This game is very exciting. Not only that, it's a packed house, but it's also minus 45 in here, so everyone's got the chills and things are starting to get cold and amped up. I'm very excited to see how this one's going to finish.
Yeah, you talk about cold. I got the chook on. I got my heavy parka on, and he has no gloves, no hat, He's a gamer, Jordan Ellis is.
Do what you have to do here.
Well, you're probably used to it.
Yeah, that's right.
As you could hear the Husky crowd making some noise here, trying to cheer them on here. They were defending champions from last year. They want to go back to back, but they've got some work to do. They've already tied it. Now they're looking for the go-ahead here. They're down into the StFX zone with 7 left to go in the third period. Gets caught up in the official. There's a shot there by Manning, and a good kick save by Orassinen. She had to react quickly. There was a screen there on that one. 6:47 to go. Once again, Birch on the doorstep, spins but loses the puck. Donovan trying to clear, can't. Polak, nice piece of work there. Coming up was Baker to keep it in for the Huskies. In along the corner. Manning spins away and puts it right on. Timmerman fires a shot, and that's stopped by Orassinen. Well out, but Manning did all the work and teed up for probably about 45 feet, and Orassinen made the stop.
What a good look there for the St. Mary's Huskies. Unfortunately, they didn't have any traffic in front. Orassinen came out, challenged her. She made a big save. She held on, no rebound, keeping this game tied up at 2.
6:25 to go. Here's a foot race, and it's going to be Huskies come. They go dangerously right up the middle, and they get away with it. It hit a few bodies. Was there in the high slot. Puck in the center ice area. Douglas sends it in from her own side of ice. Icing will be waved off as Corcoran goes back for it for StFX. 6 minutes to go here. Lead pass here by Audie. She's glad to get off the snide here. She'll send it in towards the corner. She was pointless, but she's got that big one there that gave StFX at the time a 2-1 lead. She has the puck once again, center ice area, lead pass there out of the reach of Bugeaud. Huskies get it just outside the blue line. Donovan has to wait for a couple of teammates to come on side. Now makes a nice move. Drop pass. McDonald with a shot. That hits the skate there of Askin. Follow the bouncing puck towards the near side corner. Gravel there. That's blocked there by Blanche. And Gemma McDonald will start things up. And she'll put it right onto the stick of Trechak. And Trechak giving them a little bit of a fourth line relief here for Spew because they've pretty well gone with 2, sometimes 3 lines here for this one. The fourth line not seeing a lot of action, but you get into this one where players may be a little bit tired, and also maybe Lorad may have a little bit of a hunch too.
Yeah, they'll shorten the bench here for the last little bit. The only time you'll probably see some more depth players will be if we get to overtime, if we get to about midway through the overtime period. And it could be a long game here tonight.
5 to go, third period, 2-2 game. These teams relatively even in terms of stats, so seeing that things are tied here in the closing stages of this was not really a surprise here from the Alumni Arena in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Spew with a little bit of pressure here, just pucks outside of the StFX bench, and it's set right back down into the Husky zone. 4.5 left to go. Downey there trying to get things going here for StFX, try to get a turnover. Spew looked a little bit disorganized. Finding opening, no icing. 4:20 to go. And here comes StFX. Bugeaud now with it. Oh, and a nice stick work there by Douglas. Taking it off Bugeaud's stick, but she'll get it a second chance here. Here's Tilsley off to the pass. That hits a shin guard. It's there. Audie comes back to keep it in there for StFX and alive. A little bit too far out of the reach of Power, so this will allow Wilkinson a chance to clear. Takes a little bit of a bump there by Power. Nice work by Power. Takes it right off the stick, sends it in, goes in after it, but it's Huskies all back. Cross ice pass, Landsleeve. Sending it over to Trechak. Trechak out here once again. And Blanche coming in. Also is McDonald there. She's on the doorstep waiting for a pass down low. And moving around trying to get that pass as they trying once again here to get things going here with 3:25 to go. But it's StFX defending that one well and send it back out to the center ice area and back down into the StFX zone. Trechak asking. There's the pass up to Gemma McDonald. She'll dump it in and go for a change. And that will allow Wardle, Murphy, or Birch, Wardle, and Murphy out here for the Huskies. Here's Baker. Goes right D to D pass. Timmerman goes down the play, gives a little bit of a cross check to Downey in the lower back area. Timmerman once again with the puck. Oh, she lost an edge. Wardle now will come up with it. And that's going to be called on the offside with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left to go here in the third period. Changes coming up here for StFX.
And should we get to overtime, I'll say those words, it will be 4-on-4 overtime. Lots of ice, although it is a small rink, so it'll be basically like 5-on-5 back and a regular size ice surface.
There's a lead pass here. Bouchot has it on her stick. Oh, and net is off. It's Moriggs. Not sure if and now they're going to keep it going, and play will continue on, but a nice chance there by Bouchot, but good D, and getting back was the Huskies there. So put a star beside that one with 2:20 to go. Dumped it towards the corner, but we're on their own side of the center ice, so it'll be brought back down the icing, and StFX won't be allowed to change.
That was a funny sequence of events. It looked like the back official actually blew her whistle whenever the net was off by about 3 or 4 feet. But since it's so loud in here, they just kept playing. She fixed the net, and they kept it going, and it'll be an icing here against StFX.
2:14 to go, 2-2. Power up there as well as Manning. Doing some nice work here is the Huskies. Timmerman. There's Polak with a shot there, and that stopper goes in towards the corner. Once again, the D start to get activated here for this Husky team. Here's Manning now. Also up there is Douglas there, pinching in, trying to keep it in for the Huskies. As we're approaching 100 seconds to go, Askin just off the pitch comes in and stops that one, but Manning was trapped, and they'll bring it back outside on the offside. It's going to be an intentional one. 102 seconds left to go in a 2-2 hockey game. Husky fans not too happy with the call.
It's very, very tight. I think it's almost safe to say next goal wins.
We're pretty well in overtime now, you pretty well could say. Scramble draw, StFX comes up with it. Halliday flips it high, goes in, hits the end boards. Askin first back. Skirman also there for StFX. McDonald trying to steal the puck off of the defensewoman Schofield. She'll get it out towards the blue line and just out. Knocked back in by Halliday. 1:18 left to go. Schofield will go the far side over to Askin. And you could hear the SMU chant being done here at the Alumni Arena as that goes into the bench and comes back, but it's blown down with 67 seconds left to go here in the third period. So looks like that maybe 60 minutes is not enough here tonight.
Yeah, a big neutral zone face-off coming up, and both teams going to try to get one last look here before the end of this third period and try to not force overtime.
Halliday now. Oh, but she trapped a couple of her teammates, so they'll bring it back outside on the offside. She made a little bit of move, and that forced her teammates to go in ahead of the play, so they'll bring it back out. 62 seconds left. A chance here for, once again, the top line here, StFX, Bouchot, Audie, and Power. In the meantime, Manning, Lanceleave, and Birch, or Polak, pardon me. So they're going pretty well offense versus offense here with 1 minute to go here in the third period. Flipped high there by Wilkinson, didn't get a lot on it. Tilsley sends it down. The open wing, icing is the call. And Tilsley looks a little bit winded here, so now she'll have to stay out there. Tilsley and Corcoran, the defense matchup, and of course the top line we mentioned of Audie, Kara, Power, and Bouchot on this icing. Big face-off. A little bit of a tied draw. Huskies came up with it momentarily. 44 seconds left to go. Thomas pinching in, keeping it in there for the Huskies, but St. Thomas had a chance to, or pardon me, the StFX X-Men had a chance to clear. Here's Audie with a burst of speed. Has Power with her. Audie tries to center it there. Power driving towards the net, unable to get the pass. That bounces high, and now it's in the corner there. Hits the referee, McNaughton. There's a little bit of a bad angle shot. Hits the body, comes out to center ice area. 15 seconds ago, Tilsley there for well out. Clark easily stops that one, steers it towards the corner. Audie has a chance. She'll look up at the clock, sees there's 6 seconds left, has her stick checked at the last second, dumped in, and it looks like overtime is coming our way here from the Alumni Arena. And it's kind of good because, it's entertaining to watch, but it's also going to be a heartbreaker for the team that loses.
Oh, could you script it any better? Overtime game, game 3, like a game 7. Very exciting. It's going to be 4-on-4 for 10 minutes. It's dirty ice, so don't go anywhere. It's only a 2.5-minute break. Puck play is coming right back, so that's one thing. And then if it is still tied, then we'll go to a traditional flood 20-minute overtime. But it is 4-on-4, a little different from the men's game. They play 5-on-5. So there'll be a little bit more of a run and gun style, even more. So it's going to be very exciting.
Well, we were also have been talking to the coaches throughout the entire series, and Lorad has, of course, said that his team is best at 5-on-5. So do you think that when it gets to be like 4-on-4, if that's still the same, or does he still feel that, maybe a slight advantage more towards StFX with some of their firepower with having 6 scorers in the top 10 of the playoffs? So, and his team, Lansley, the top scorer, not in the top 10. So do you feel it favors StFX, or is it basically, 6-1, half a dozen the other?
I think it's pretty straightforward. I think it's pretty even. I mean, I like SMU. They've been playing really good today. Birch's been really good. Lansley's been good. Manning's obviously had a real good game. And for StFX, I think one of their big things is they have good puck-moving defensemen. That's obviously very key. They've been basically all their offense here the whole series. They get pucks to the point. They work it quick. They throw it on net. And that's how Audie got her goal. She tipped it in front on a shot from the point. So I think it's either going to be a StFX defenseman coming up with a nice pass, or it could be just Manning or Birch or Lansley just using their size. But let's do something fun. Everyone watching at home, I know anyone that watches the NHL, OT picks. My favorite thing to do in the playoffs, OT picks. Tweet me at Jordan Ellis 33 your OT pick, and we'll see if we can get a winner. I correctly picked the StFX game 2. I picked Matt Needham. First-year guy, love the way he plays. I picked him right on the air. So who's your 2 picks here, and we'll see what Twitter has to say as well.
Well, I got to go with Kara Power. She's one of the graduating players, and she was first in the points from New Glasgow. What a way for her to finish. So I'm going to say Kara Power for StFX, and even though she's only had 1 point in this series so far, Brianna Lansley. Did I take yours?
Nope. I'm going to go with Blanche for St. Mary's. I love the way she plays. She's real solid. And I'm going to go with, so tough, Lindsay Donovan. She was unbelievable in game 2.
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic.
And I'm a big believer in the way StFX plays. They jump up and they rush their defense. I think it might be an odd man rush the other way. So I'm going to go with the defenseman Donovan. So tweet me your OT picks at Jordan Ellis 33. And if you guess correctly, I'll see if I can get you a Bell Let's Talk hat. I'm sure that's possible.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
I'll be getting a text message here from the boss about our merchandise. But all right, so here we go. Overtime, 10 minutes, 4-on-4.
So they have been pretty well getting ready for this moment since September, hitting the gym, going to practices, all the nutrition, all the games here for this moment. Overtime underway here from the Alumni Arena. Sudden victory here tonight. 2-2 here in the first overtime period. 4-on-4. Audie, who's had a pretty good game. Lead pass there. They're trying to get it up there to Power. And it hits off her stick, goes in towards the corner. Douglas now has it for the Huskies. Settle things down. There's a lead pass there for Lansley. Having a little bit of difficulty, but it's bouncing puck right to her. There's Lansley, walks right along Main Street. And the backhander that goes wide of the net, a little bit of a bouncing puck. Lansley there. And the X-Men right there to defend it. It's in along the net. They're trying to keep it there for the stoppage, and they'll get it. So they'll bring the draw outside the line. Just 43 seconds gone here in the first overtime period.
Yeah, there will be some jitters out here for now, and I like the look there by StFX, trying the stretch pass, trying to find power, chance to end it early, but the pass just off the stick, so it's going to be a run and gun style, just the way they've been playing here for 60 minutes. We got some bonus free time.
Well, they haven't changed their strategy, even if they've come into this small arena, still go up the middle to try to generate offense. And you say that it's really difficult to do probably in a smaller arena because there's less ice to do it, but they're still continuing to play their game. They've said they love playing this arena. Here's Birch with a wrist shot, and that's blocked there by Tilsley. She was right there in the shooting lane to that. 8:49 to go here in the first overtime period. Wilkinson settling things down now. Now she's going to shoot it for well out. Didn't get a lot on it, but Rassinen right there shuts the door with 8:40 to go here in the overtime period. And of course, as you can think that they're going to do, changes both sides. Don't want to have too many tired players out here and give up some odd man rushes. Do you have any responses yet from anybody?
Yeah, I do. We got Hillary Hogan has Emma Winters for the X-Women, and Kayla Blackmore has Rosse Stud Donovan. That's a good pick with Lance Leaf.
Here's the chance. Oh, crash it in, and the net goes off the moorings. And Donovan, oh my, that was a good chance there to finish, but went in and is denied, and she's a little bit slow to get up. And you got to wonder, like you talk about the no flooding there, you probably won't see a lot of cross ice tape-to-tape passes because the ice conditions are a little bit worn down. So you see the bouncing pucks. It's going to really hard to do those one-timers with the ice conditions like it is.
Yeah, the ice is banged up right now, and you know that could cause a mistake very easily. Rolling puck could fall off, a pass, turnover.
Here's Polak now. Hits the blue line. And the puck comes dangerously out front there, but StFX was right there. Johnny on the spot, denying that chance. Once again, they're trying to get that long lead pass as Power got in behind the D. Polak, once again, a bouncing puck, and that fools Winters. Manning right there, but unable to get anything going for the Huskies. Manning has the puck. She's all by herself there. Had to go pretty well up the ice with it. No defense women were back. Lansley finds an open corner. Now she'll go off for a change. 7:47 left to go. Audie had a fantastic third period with a wrist shot, and that's stopped there by Clark. A big, juicy rebound. The rebound control not really that great that time for Clark, but no harm, no foul. Back out center ice it goes. Here's Bougeot, 1-on-2. Murphy comes back, bumps into her woman, and the puck goes in towards the corner. Wilkinson, tape-to-tape pass up to Wardle. Wardle now tipped in by Birch. She'll go in after it. 7:17 to go. Tilsley there for StFX. She'll win that puck battle. Quickly up to Bougeot. She loses it. There's a shot there by McDonald. And that just went a little wide. Here come the Huskies now with some burst of speed. Blanche there had a little difficulty handling that pass. Gemma McDonald going in. She's gassed for a change to allow StFX to try to clear. Blanche all by herself there. Askin also in. Allows StFX to clear. Skirman, difficulty getting into the center ice area. Here's Askin now. Lead pass up to Manning. Manning, watched there by Donovan. Puts the brakes on. Bigger positioning here, but loses the puck. And there's Skirman right there. Trying to make it a 2-on-2. Skirman, nice stick work. Trying to get by Schofield and sit towards the corner. Schofield being shown some appreciation for her play from the Husky fans here at the Alumni Arena. 6:20 to go. Lansley now. A little bit of a rolling puck, and that's stick save there by Rassinen towards the corner. There's Manning now in Gretzky's office, allowed to walk out front, centering, hits a body, and goes towards the near side boards. There's Power. Emily Power loses the puck. Manning, Lansley, and Polak. Top line here tonight. Once again, Manning has been a beast here tonight. Drop pass, perfect, except for it's the wrong team. Here's Donovan towards center ice area, 5:46 to go. They'll dump it in and make changes. Audie will start here, the forecheck. Lansley, lead pass, right up to Blanche. Has Douglas with her as well as Polak. Back to Polak. Set it towards the corner. There is Murphy, pardon me. Murphy now has it. Doing some great work, and Huskies try to get another forward out here for a change, and they do. Still forward for hockey, of course, here in the overtime period. Wardle now steals it, can't get a shot. It's in the slot. There it is. Oh my! Big kick there by Rasanen. Oh man, that was close.
2 chances there for the Huskies. She had the open cage of Rasanen with the save of the game, kicking it out, keeping this game at 2, keeping her team alive. What a save by Rasanen. Wow.
You can see that she's had a fantastic playoffs. 1.86 goals against average. Put a star by that one. StFX here weathered that storm. Can they get something going? Here's Bouchard. Has McDonald with her. Bouchard. And that hits the shed guard. Goes towards the corner. Wardle there. Hits her shed guard. Now she has the puck. She'll just send it out to the center ice area. Corcoran. Bouncing puck. Having a little difficulty. Birch was there. And once again, the pocket pick. Here's Gemma McDonald there. All by herself right now for the Huskies, but doing some great work. Gemma McDonald tries to center. That hits the skate. Out front! There's a backhander and didn't get a lot of composite on it. Down low was the Huskies. Garrigan will bounce it in and go in after it. 4:22 to go. And this could be a good chance because there's a player trapped. It's Garrigan. Tretiak out here for a rare shift. The fourth liners having a little bit of difficulty. There's a loose stick on the ice. Donovan retrieves her loose stick. In the meantime, that hits the referee's skate. There's Tretiak. Try to go off the board, so that's picked off by Donovan. Donovan dangles. Nice move. Here's Audie. Wrist shot, and that's blocked. Manning right there. One-on-one. Put the shin guards together to knock that one to make sure it didn't get through. 3:45 to go here in a 2-2 hockey game. Sudden victory. Here's Lansleve now as the Husky fans start to make noise. Douglas keeps it alive over skate. Kicks it up to her stick, takes a shot, and that deflects over the glass and into the netting with 3:33 to go. Any more favorites?
Oh, yeah, we got Alex Ryan. He has Audie. She's a good hockey player. She's having a heck of a hockey game. Colin Delory, Antigonish native, a referee of the AUS, and a friend of mine. He has Kara Power and Manning, both good choices, and Kenny McPhee, Downey, and Lansleve. So some lots of good choices out there. Feel free to send me yours at Jordan Ellis 33. Get a shout out on the air as well, so that's always a bonus. I know there's lots of people watching.
It's been could be a great week.
Check, 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 check.
And welcome back to the Alumni Arena here on the grounds of St. Mary's University in Halifax, Nova Scotia. We're getting set for overtime period number 2 between the St. Francis Xavier X-Women and the St. Mary's Huskies. The championship is in the building. The banner is as well. And it's going to be a sudden victory that will determine if the championship will be staying here in Halifax for a second straight year or heading on the bus to Antigonish. My name is Dan Hobson alongside Jordan Ellis. And you got to wonder here that probably the teams are going to try to go out here in the early going full flat out here to try to get it going, to get that winning goal early, because this is when they're the most fresh after an intermission.
Yeah, it's 4-on-4. The goaltenders have switched ends. There's going to be that stretch pass, long change. I'd be very surprised if it goes longer than 10 minutes into this 5th period. It sounds like we got our audio back up and running. We do apologize. I got so excited over here. We knocked the cable right out. It's just that kind of an atmosphere. But I'm getting lots of OT picks. I got all kinds of different ones. So thank you all for taking some time out. And I promise I'll find a Bell Let's Talk hat for the winner. If you guess correctly. If you want to get in on the action, tweet me at JordanEllis33. We got a couple people having Tilsley. Della Sweet back home in Prince Edward Island. She wanted me to give a shout out to O'Leary for Kraft Hockeyville. Make sure you vote for O'Leary for Kraft Hockeyville. The only ones in the Maritime, so that's all good news for Nova Scotia. She has Corcoran for the MVP, so we'll keep an eye here as that gets set. Looks like we're going to not even play the whole intermission. We're going to get ready right to puck drop.
Well, you mentioned about the Kraft Hockeyville, Atlantic Canada, they always come together, so we'd love to have them, of course, have the renovations as well as the game coming to the Big Island as we're underway with overtime period number 2 in a 2-2 game. 20 minutes or sudden victory. There's a wrist shot that hits a body out front. There's Landslave now. That hits a skate out front. Audie there. 2-on-3 right now, waiting for some teammates. There's a wrist shot high, and Clark outside the blue ice with the stop. 28 seconds into this overtime period number 2. The executive director of Atlantic University Sport, Phil Curry, in the building, ready to present the championship. But right now, he's just an onlooker. It's still up for grabs. Face-off won there by the Huskies. Wardle, who actually has really saved that goal because StFX almost got it there during the dying minutes of that first overtime period. Here's Kara Power, one-on-one, watched by Wardle. Birch coming back quickly, and a nice stick there by Wardle. Denying that chance there, slapped in by StFX. They go and make changes. A little bit of room here for the Huskies. The breakout here, 1 minute gone here in the second overtime period. Pass picked off by McDonald. There's Murphy, she'll flip it in high. Gravel will be first back for it for StFX. Huskies make changes. Flips it high, hits the glove of McDonald, and it's going to be a glove pass as Power had dreams of getting a shot, but glove there by McDonald. So they'll bring it back down into the StFX zone. 18:49 left to go here in this second overtime period.
It's been very quiet here so far in the first minute, but I'm sure things will pick up. Nice clean sheet of ice. It's going to take one mistake or one nice move to end it here in.
Skirvin made a nice move, drove towards the net. There's a puck there loose for a second, but it's cleared out of harm's way. Skirvin with a good drive, but unable to get a really good strong shot there at Clark. Donovan puts it in towards Clark, a little bit of a rolling puck. 18:20 left to go here in overtime period number 2. Schofield will send it in. Hits a couple of skates of StFX. Good breakout pass. Actually, it was a little bit in the feet of Bujout, so it will go down the ice. Icing called. Bring the faceoff back into the StFX zone, and they'll have to keep the same 4 skaters on the ice.
Yeah, that cost them there in game number 1 here. You remember that shift. It was 3.5 minutes on the icing. It's a long change here in this second overtime period.
Huskies have been doing well in the face-off circle, won that one. Corcoran now, Polak there for the Huskies. Right there is Tilsley there to come up with the puck. allowed to come out of her own zone. There's a lead pass there for Bujold. Once again, too far. They'll send it right back down on the icing, and the same bit of skaters that were out there on the last icing are out there once again.
Yeah, a little bit too much on that pass, a little bit too high. Bujold can't knock that one down. If she did, though, she would have had a step. The way she drives the net, that could have been it.
Manning, Bujold on the draw, so the Manning, Lansley, Polak line here for the Huskies. There's Douglas now. Had a little bit of pressure there by Audie. She'll flip it in towards the corner. Polak there in along the boards there for St. Mary's. But it's going to be Bujold, and she'll get over the center ice area. Makes a nice move. Bujold, lost the puck. She had a chance to spin and shoot, and didn't get any composite on that one. 17:28 to go. Huskies a little bit cautious here. Actually, they're really nonchalant with the puck, but it's going to be Douglas that comes up with it. She takes it right out of the feet of Audie here. 7:17 to go. Douglas makes a nice move. She'll backhand it, and she's at the end of a change, so she'll go off. Halliday, 2 points in this one. Looking to try to probably come up here with a good scoring chance, but Wardle right now has it for Spew. A little bit of a weak shot, and that's sticked aside there by Rassinen. It is in the corner. Halliday makes a nice move, comes up with the puck. 3-on-2, nice move there made by Emily Power. Wrist shot that hits a couple of bodies out front, goes in towards the corner. 16:42 left. And it's Wilkinson up there trying to come up with the loose puck. It does for Spew. She'll come along the near side. Donovan coming up to keep it alive for StFX. Makes a nice move. And just off the pitch is Garrigan now. And now we're going to have a penalty, so this could make things interesting here. A slashing call, and the X-Men that have made the trip from Antigonish. You can hear them react to McNaughton's call as Wardle will go off 2 or less for the slash.
What a great chance here for the X-Women. Their power play has been their key all series long. They scored a power play goal earlier. What a chance to try to ice it here, and there's going to be all kinds of ice. 4-on-3. I mean, what are they going to go with? Looks like they will go with 2 defensemen. Tilsley and Corcoran's out there. I was going to wonder if they're going to go with 3 forwards, 1 defense. Maybe try to go for it all, but they're going to play it safe, go 2 deep.
Douglas Blanche here in a penalty-killing role, as well as Askin. So 2 defense women here for the Huskies. Blanche the lone forward in the 4-on-3. Settling down is Bujold. There's Corcoran. Goes cross ice over Bujold. Right there, the doorstep body. If she could have cleaned that, it would have been curtains. Corcoran, Bujold, face-off circle shot, and that stopped there. Back of the Huskies. Douglas there. She'll just tip it in, and quick changes here by the Huskies, and they'll get their second penalty-killing unit out there. It is going to be Murphy Polak as well as Wilkinson. Polak sees an opening. That actually hits a player on the StFX bench, so it will blow things down with 15:44 to go here in the second overtime period.
So here's a good look here for the X-Women. They have Halliday, they have Donovan, 2 puck-moving defensemen out there on this power play. They've been successful all series. A good look and a good chance here for the X-Women on this power play.
And they allowed to make the last change. Of course, they are the home team, so they can get that last change. So fresh legs out here. Blanche Askin again. Centering pass. There's a shot. And a save by Clark. And you can hear the reaction as the Huskies like that. Cross ice, tape to tape, but Clark shuts the door going post to post with that one.
What a save by Clark. I just said, puck-moving defenseman. That's why StFX has so much success. They're showing it right now. Beautiful passing sequence there from the X-Women.
Another face-off one here by StFX. Donovan allowed to walk down Main Street, but she'll pass it. Gets the return pass. There's a shot. Skirman right on there, trying to deflect it. Goes in towards the corner. Halliday out there, trying to center it there was StFX. Skirman in behind the net. Power goes in behind her. Now bothered there by Askin. This allows Donovan to walk down Main Street and has a blocker save there by Clark. Foot race. Power just keeps it in. For the meantime, Blanche gets it out. Blanche would like to go for a change, and she does. Allows a little bit of room here for Donovan. 2-on-2. Donovan Goes towards the net. Can't get a shot. Centering there. It's just outside the blue ice. Cleared by the Huskies. 18 seconds left in the penalty here. This place will erupt if the Huskies can kill this cleanly. Tilsley walks down Main Street, puts the brakes on. 9 seconds left. Still has the puck. Makes a nice move. Try to set up Audie there. Audie has the pass. 4 seconds left. Goes cross ice. Corcoran tees it up. Fires a shot. That hits a body and goes wide of the net. Wardle joins the play. She's out of the box. Even strength, 4-on-4. 14 minutes, 16 seconds left to go in the period. And a big kill. Wilkinson will go to the near side here. Polak, she's a little bit gasped here. Huskies would like to get that all-important change. Donovan will deny that for the meantime. We'll send it in. Clark gloves it down, keeps it alive there. There's a turnover. There's a shot that doesn't get through. Goes in behind the net. Cross ice. Donovan now. There's a wrist shot. That hits a body and goes out the other side. 13:45 to go. Wardle here. They need the change badly, but now they're going to try to get some offense going. There's a turnover. And 3 blue back the other way, led by McDonald. Donovan, now it's a 2-on-2. Donovan! Oh, she was almost falling down the play. Got a wild shot that went towards the corner. Here's a break here. Chance here for Manning to finish. Can she get the shot? No! And she goes crashing into the net. Husky fans standing up, think there should be a penalty. None is coming. McNaughton will have the whistle in his pocket probably for the remainder of this one. 13 minutes and 20 seconds to go. What action.
What a power play. What a penalty kill. And the Huskies with an odd man rush back the other way. I told you it's gonna be a scenario. It's either gonna be an odd man rush, a turnover, or just a nice play, and that was the odd man rush. Good defense on the back check there from the X-Women.
The Bluebirds came out to roost here at the Alumni Arena. Another face-off one. There's a shot wide of the corner as all of a sudden some of the fans start to stand up here. Nervous moments here from the Alumni Arena. 2-2 score. Past 7 minutes gone here in overtime period number 2. A little bit too far out of reach of Audie. Murphy will flip it in towards the corner. And Winters back there for StFX. Halliday lost the puck, dumped back in there by Askins, right on goal. Harassed it in, sends it towards the far side boards. Here's Halliday once again with 12:37 to go. Drop pass, but Audie wasn't there. Going to be delayed offside, so they have to touch up his StFX. Chance here for the Huskies to clear, and they do. There's Gemma McDonald with a wrist shot. Deked one way, shot the other. Had the goaltender move, but was wide of the net. 12:17 to go. Here's Peugeot, a chance to finish for the X-Women, and that's denied, but things may be tense here as Clark looks a little injured after that collision with Peugeot and the net, but she seems to be okay, but she'll have to shake that one off.
What an effort there from Peugeot. I talked about her drive to the net, the way she skates, she power skates. She got herself into a great look, in all alone. Clark had to make a big save. And I got to give credit there to Audie on the stick in the lane, right at that blue line. Huskies had numbers coming back the other way if that pass gets through. So some good plays there by both StFX and St. Mary's. What an overtime.
Fatigue probably kicking in here. Douglas now gets across the blue line into the corner. Corcoran there for StFX. Douglas and Corcoran battling there. Polak comes up with it for St. Mary's. Puts it right onto the stick, but she actually gets it back as there's a turnover there by StFX. And that's blocked there by Power, and she just gets enough of it back out to the center ice area. 11:44 to go. Corcoran now tried to dump it in. It actually hit the shin guard of Polak, but it will go in. There is Polak now with the puck. Polak's pass right into the feet of McDonald. She'll send it in. Douglas was thinking about coming outside her own net, but then we'll go back there to the far side. Here's a turnover. Skirman there didn't get much of that. There's a shot there by Donovan. And it was a rolling puck once again, as all of a sudden the ice conditions could be a little bit of a factor here as we're getting close to that halfway point here in the second overtime period. Fresh ice, not so much anymore. The bouncing pucks here in this cold arena. Past the 9-minute mark. And there is a penalty coming up as the StFX player was dumped in behind the net.
Yeah, that was Lydia Skirman in behind the net working hard, and that caused St. Mary's Douglas to take a penalty for a holding. The Rads not happy. StFX going back to the power play here. Wow, doesn't get any bigger than this.
10:57 left to go, and 4-on-3. The thing is that both teams still have their timeout. You would have thought maybe they would have tried to draw something up here to try to get something going. And in the meantime, StFX was trying to figure out what they're going to do in terms of alignment. They've now got the power play unit out there. It's Power, Audie, Power. So it's Emily Power, Kara Power, Audie, and Donovan. Donovan with the puck. There's a wrist shot there by Power, and that stopped. Puck comes right back to her, goes cross ice. Emily Power, and Clark post to post with the save. She wasn't too sure. She sort of did the mannequin challenge there. Didn't want it to squeeze through, but had it for the stop. 10:45 to go.
What an effort there from Emily Power. Beautiful pass by Audie. Clark post to post. Big save. StFX with a couple of good looks early on this power play.
Face off won by the Huskies, and they'll send it down easily. Minute 40 left and the penalty to Douglas. So let's set things up here for the power play unit for StFX. That's Audie, Donovan, as well as Kara Power and Emily Power. Wrist shot there by Audie. Almost had a chance to finish it there. One and done as Spew sends it right back down the ice. Brooke Murphy Askin going off. Blanche, as well as Wilkinson and Wardle. The penalty killing unit here. Blanche on a shorthanded tipped right into the shin guards. Gets a second chance. And a stop there by Orasinen down low, but a good shorthanded chance there. 3 wide, come back. StFX, there's a shot there by Power. And it goes in towards the corner. 9:52 to go. Out of the reach of Donovan and right back down. Bujo will go back, set things up. Wilkinson go off for a chase. So now it's Polak, Askin, and Wardle here. The penalty killing unit. Skirman, McDonald, Donovan, and Bujo for StFX. Donovan lost her stick in the play. That allowed Spew to clear and go right down onto the goaltender, Orasinen. 28 seconds left in the penalty. McDonald has a goal in this one. She'll flip it high. And it hits the netting. They'll bring it back outside the line with 22 seconds left in the Douglas penalty. A chance here for everybody to take a breather here from the Alumni Arena in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Wow. And then we're going to have a timeout. And it's against StFX. So they're going to try to take a breather, maybe get that first line back out there that they want. Pujol obviously still on the ice. What a good look there for the X-Women. But, I mean, St. Mary's, Clark has just been unbelievable here in overtime.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is that these goaltenders have been pretty well exchanging save for save in the playoff round. Their goals against average are within the same because 1.81 for Clark coming into this one, 1.86 for Orasinen. So there is no room for error. So even if these teams, what they have put on an offensive scoring game here tonight, just have not been able to beat these goaltenders. They have just been stellar, but as I mentioned also too is that fatigue may be starting to kick in here, and that's probably the reason why Sinishin called the timeout, try to get that first line out there. And as you mentioned, there's Power, Kara Power, Emily Power, as well as Tilsley and Donovan here with 22 seconds left in the Douglas penalty. Murphy there to take the draw, couldn't win it, but it's in the Husky zone, but not for long as Askin will send it down. Having a little bit of difficulty skating on her own zone was Donovan. In the meantime, one of the fans here at Spew trying to get the crowd going here from the Alumni Arena. 5 seconds left in the Douglas penalty. She's standing up. She's ready to join the play. And they're even strength again. 4-on-4. 8:52 left in the overtime period. And offside called. Might not have heard it as things were starting to get loud in the building. And you got to wonder now, maybe that will probably be advantage St. Mary's. They got a big lift on that big kill.
That's exactly it. St. Mary's are feeding right now off of a pair of penalty kills here in overtime, and they don't get any bigger than them. Game on the line, 2 big kills against a strong power play of the X-Women. Here they come.
Lansley with the puck now with some speed. Lansley, there's a wrist shot. It's loose there. And the goal light goes on, but the referee's waving it off. And this place is not going to like. They think that the goal has been scored, but the ref had his hands up in the air. And you're going to hear a very unhappy Husky crowd. A loose puck, and Chris Lorad talking to McNaughton there, getting an explanation, and they're going back and forth, chit-chatting.
Yeah, that's just a bad break there. McNaughton's on the right side of the ice, or left side, I guess, depending on which camera way you're looking at. Harassing and dropped the puck, was right by her pad. He thought she had it covered. St. Mary's drove to the net. They got it in on the rebound, but it was after the whistle.
We'll see if the Huskies can bounce back off of this one. 8:25 to go. In towards the corner. McDonald will flip it high, and that just gets past Douglas. Here's a foot race. Skirman, Lansley back there for the Huskies. Lead pass eludes everybody. It will be brought back on the icing with 8:11 to go in overtime period number 2. Wow.
Yeah, there's not much to say at this stage of the game, really. It's just a matter of a unbelievable overtime. It's exciting to watch, back and forth. This game's had it all, and someone's going to be crowned a champion here tonight.
And yeah, that's the thing, is the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. This one's rolling down, and it'll be brought back on the icing, so the linesman will tell some of the SPU players to come back out, as they won't be able to change with 7:59 to go. And if tomorrow night's game in Antigonish is like this one, it should be a doozy. Channel 1 and 401 will have game number 2 of the men's hockey final between UNB and StFX. StFX with a win yesterday. Chase Marchand with 49 saves, as my broadcast colleague Jordan Ellis tweeted out, watch the game, stole a show. StFX has a chance to win on their home ice tomorrow night, and we'll have the coverage starting at 7:30 Newfoundland on Channel 1 and 401, as well as online at bellalliant.ca/TV1 and 5TV1. So should be a dandy tomorrow. Well, let's get back to talking about this one. Manning there as they get the cycle game going. There's Birch there. Wardle coming up there, down low, trying to spin away from Donovan. Makes a couple of nice moves as the SPU crowd starts to make some noise. Centering there, but nobody on the doorstep. Poked there by Wilkinson. She comes in. They tried to center it blindly, but right there was Skirman for StFX. Tried to clear. Nice piece of feet work there by Wilkinson as she kicked it down, keeping it in. Here's Wardle now, watched by Donovan. Bumped in along the boards lightly. 6:56 to go. Trying to freeze it there for the draw. And Murphy was a little bit trying to come out the other way with it. Lost the handle. And Rasmussen not taking a chance. Just covers up on that weak shot from outside by Brooke Murphy.
Yeah, good look there for the Huskies. They had some good pressure there on the X-Women. They had numbers too in the corner. If a puck pops out loose, quick shot off the sharp angle, you never know.
Take the tape pass by Askin, and she's not able to pull the trigger. Audie picks her pocket, go back the other way, falls down on the play, does a little spinneroonie on her knees. 6:37 to go. In the meantime, Askin with a burst of speed. One of the big offensive defense women here for the Huskies. Back in there, pinching, trying to come up with a loose puck, but can't this time. As StFX says, towards center ice area. Schofield now watched by Audie. Bujold out there as well as Winters and Corcoran for StFX. Corcoran now has the puck. She'll go D to D here with Winters. Winters has a little bit of room to move. Hits Manning's stick, it goes in. Manning there with a lead pass. Here's a chance to finish there. There's a shot. And the save by Rassiden. And allowed to walk down Main Street, Brianna Lansley, not the player that StFX would like to have in that close, all by herself on Rassiden, but Rassiden shut the door.
Great burst of speed there by Lansley. Got herself into a nice breakaway. And she just couldn't get the top shelf. She tried to go high on Rassiden, hit her right in the chest vector.
Winters was playing with the puck there, center ice area, and that allowed Landsley to get in behind. Here's McDonald. Here's a foot race, but she lost her stick in the process. So Landsley will come up with the puck. McDonald goes towards the bench. Landsley allowed to go end to end. Backhands it out to Manning, a little bit too high for her. Douglas, wrist shot along the ice. Rassinen with the stop towards the corner. Skirman now. Lead pass, Power. Knocks it down. Good hand-eye coordination. Power. But a nice stick there by Polak. Put it in towards the corner. Deked one way. The puck went the other. On a nice stick by Polak. Here's Wardle 1-on-2. Speaking of a good stick, there's one there by Donovan. Brought the puck back outside the line. And it came in. Offside the call. 5 minutes, 24 seconds ago. Overtime, period number 2.
I said it in the second period. We could be geared up for a long one. And the way this is going, we could be here for even longer. I thought for sure whenever they switched ends, goalie switched ends, new sheet of ice, it'd be over fairly quick here in period number 5, but to no avail.
Peugeot. And a nice piece of work there by your former Moncton Rocket teammate, Murphy. Donovan spinning away. Makes a nice move. Wardle diving on the play. There's a backhander by Donovan. It's in the blue ice. Couple whacks. Another chance there. There's a shot there by Peugeot. Oh my, good chance. There's another shot. And Clark didn't know that she had it. It was in her equipment. 4:59 to go in this second overtime period. And a couple of close chances there for StFX to finish this one off. But, and oh man, I'm not even sure if we even decide to do the shootout if we'd actually get goals, Jordan.
Noseworthy, what a chance. Beautiful, beautiful spot, beautiful shot. Clark was actually looking the other way, kind of handcuffed her a little bit, got a piece of it though, held on to the rebound. And for the whistle, so StFX with a good pressure on that last shift.
And now the crowds are trying to have a cheering competition as the X-Men crowd are trying to basically drown out the SMU crowd, and the SMU crowd fighting back as well. There's a lead pass there for Kara Power. Kara Power, the leading point getter here in the AUS Women's Playoffs. Dumped in there by Corcoran. Lead pass there. Tape to tape. Manning 1-by-3. Oh, comes through the middle. Manning with a wrist shot. Rassinen with the stop. A couple of ex-women players collided there as Manning was allowed to go down the middle, and that's a little bit of a finish that later on here. Sometimes when you talk about no checking in the game, you can probably get away with it, but sometimes you go down the middle, sometimes you get hit in the men's game. Here's Manning once again. Drop pass, Landsley, nice stick there by Winters towards the corner. Huskies still have it, centering pass. There's a backhand shot there by Manning. She got the scoring going back in the first period. Trying to get the winner here. Here is Halliday now. Watched by Polak, will go far side boards, tape to tape pass. Well, actually, it was a little bit out of the reach of Skirman. She'll play it off the boards all by herself. Actually, McDonald was just coming to an end of the shift. She'll go off. So now there's a little bit of room here for the Huskies to come back. 3:23 to go. Wardle now sends it towards the corner. Gravel watching her. Huskies want a call, none coming here. Only 2 penalties here so far in this period. In along the corner. Polak will go back to Wilkinson now. Wrist shot wide of the net, hits a body, comes out front. There in the slot, Peugeot right there, knocks it down. Gets control of it, sends it towards the center ice area. 2:54 to go. Askin dumping it in. A little bit of a knuckling puck here for Gravel. Donovan will settle it down and break out here for StFX. Here's Power. Little burst of speed. Power, a wrist shot. And that's a stick save by Clark that goes into the netting over the glass. 2 minutes and 39 seconds left in this overtime period. So you can probably say the coaching staff is probably wanting to say, hey, we just don't want to lose it now. We're all right to go to the intermission, try to get rejuiced, and try to come back and get that goal in the next overtime period. Just don't give up any odd man rushes.
Yeah, Kara Power, though, I mean, that's exactly kind of what she did. She just walked in. A nice quick shot there. She has a good shot, and that almost worked against Clark. And I think, I don't think anything's going to change, though.
Landsley 2-on-2. Askin joining the rush there. She's not afraid to jump in. She's probably more one of the offensive defensemen there for the Huskies. But it's Tilsley making a couple of nice moves. Allowed to walk down Main Street. Here's Audie. Oh, she lost it momentarily. She could have got a good wrist shot, but couldn't handle the pass. 2:07 to go here in the second overtime period. Douglas with the puck. Lead pass. Tape to Blanche. Blanche will come up with the puck. Tried to spin and dump it in. And now it's Skirman. Odd man rush. 1-on-2. Skirman pretty well by herself, but coming up to join the play was Halliday. Halliday pitching in. Skirman doing some nice work, fanning on the pass. Halliday there along the blue line to walk the line to keep it in. Here is Winters now. And Manning will probably try to reverse it and try to send it along the far side boards as we're coming up to 90 seconds left here in the second overtime period. Manning unable to handle the Douglas pass, so it will be icing to call and no changes coming up here for the Huskies. And quickly over there is McNaughton trying to figure out the right players that were on the ice at the time.
Yeah, and he got it right. 127, I mean, hard to believe we played this long here in overtime, still going. It's funny, I was reading yesterday the Halifax Max and the Valley Wildcats went to 5 overtimes, where the Halifax Mooseheads prospect Cole McLaren made 86 saves.
Yeah, he faced a lot of rubber. There's a loose puck out front. Douglas gets out of harm's way for the meantime, still kept alive inside the spew zone there by StFX. Wilkinson will have a chance to clear, try to get away from Bujo. She'll go right up the middle. 1:09 left and gets to the red line, and that's a smart play by Wilkinson. She knew that they needed to change, didn't want to ice the puck, so now they have fresh troops on the ice. And as you hear the public address announcer say, 1 minute left here to go in this second overtime period. Teed up Donovan. Oh, she got that howitzer off. And it went wide of the net. Murphy and the referee collide. Fans not too happy about that, but in the meantime, no harm, no foul as Askin gets it just to the blue line, kept in by Donovan along the far side corner. Askin bumps her woman, Audie. So allow Murphy to clear, and they'll get it towards center ice area. Here is Donovan now. Bouncing puck rolling in on Clark, and right on the doorstep was Audie. 23 seconds left. Covers up for the whistle.
Now, funny that we mentioned the 5 overtime game. Matt McNaughton was actually the referee of that hockey game.
Wow.
Thanks, Colin Delory, back for that little tidbit. So
I thought you might have had your own game producer giving you information in your headset.
I got lots of people watching here, and they're always up to feed me some little tidbits.
I got to get myself some of those people. In the meantime, Manning has the puck there. Spew fantastic in the face-off circle here tonight. Landsleeve now puts the brakes on and sends it towards the corner. Blanche now centers it, or tries to cycle it there to Manning, pardon me. Manning now has it, looks up at the clock. 4 seconds left. Will they get a shot before the end of the period? No. Tilsley will freeze it along a corner, and as you hear the horn go, another overtime period coming our way. 2-2 hockey game still here from Halifax, Nova Scotia. So, any final thoughts here before we take a break and come back for overtime number 3?
I guess I'm my own worst enemy when I said we could be in for a long one. I think that is exactly what has happened here. I don't know. It's just been back and forth. Both teams have had lots of chances. They're going to the net. Both goaltenders, Arassen and Clark, both being unbelievable, making huge saves. There's been numerous times here in that overtime that I thought, that's it. But both goaltenders stepping up.
Reminds me possibly of the game back in the 80s between the Washington Capitals and the New York Islanders, where Pat LaFontaine beat Bob Mason from about 55 feet out, one of the longest overtime games in playoff history. This one could be going down this path as well. 2-2 as we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with overtime period number 3 in about 14 minutes here on Bell 5 TV 1. Welcome back to the third overtime period here from the Alumni Arena in Halifax, Nova Scotia. 2-2 the score. My name is Dan Hobson alongside Jordan Ellis and the Bell 5 TV1 crew on a Tuesday evening here in Halifax. And the teams just don't want us to go, and they don't want their season to end as we're into another overtime period. And teams had a chance to refresh, and I'm sure that they probably got into some oranges for sure. A very tired bunch. We're into well over close to about 45 to 44 in terms of shots on goal here for this one. And I'm telling you right now, goaltending definitely has been the story here in this series, and it's the reason why we're into another overtime period. So once again, same strategy here. While you're fresh, go out and try to get it here and pot one here to finish it off. Definitely the strategy. Wouldn't you say, Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, it's easy. That's the easy strategy to predict, Let's go out here and score one within 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But, no, I mean, Clark and Arassinen, obviously they've been the two best players on the ice here tonight. Both of them have come up big saves. There's been lots of scoring chances. This game has been a run and gun style right from the get-go. It's been fun to watch, fun to call, and the championship's going to be decided a fun way.
McNaughton at center ice, ready to drop the puck here for another 4-on-4 overtime period, and we're underway. And, of course, the Huskies have been doing well in the face-off circle. They'll win that one there, but they're a little bit nonchalant with the puck in their own zone. Here's Halliday now. Has a couple points in this one. Douglas having a pretty good game. We'll dump it in. Winter's back there. Lansley looking for a loose puck. Almost came up with it there. Just 20 seconds gone here in the third overtime period from the Alumni Arena. So both of these teams fresh right now. This would be a good chance. But in the meantime, that pass comes outside the line. And a couple of players fall down. Douglas and Bugeaud. That was a heavy competition. And Bugeaud taps Douglas on the head. That gives a little bit of a reaction. And a long shot there stopped by Arassinen. And that will blow play dead with 43 seconds to go. The Husky fans not too happy with the collision. And Bugeaud with the tap to the head. Thought there should have been a call, but of course, not going to happen here. McNaughton will basically, it has to be a point-blank penalty there for them. Here's a shot outside. Wardo was allowed to come out front. Didn't get a lot of composite on it. Close one there. Minute gone here in the third overtime period. Knows where to go here for StFX. Murphy out there. Murphy trying to knock it down for glove. There's a shot there. Arassinen not very confident on that one as she stood up, but she was deep into the blue ice, making the stop there with 1:09 gone. So a little bit shaky there for the start here in this overtime period for Arassinen on that one there, Jordan.
Yeah, it almost handcuffed her right underneath her blocker. There was room, but she quickly got it tightened up and didn't allow a rebound. So a scary look there for the X-Women. Now they're going to ice the puck, so face-off will be coming back. But a good look there from St. Mary's. It might be one of those quick shot kind of things you throw on net. You might get a lucky bounce and find the back of the net.
Sometimes ugly goals happen. It may not be Picasso's, but they count either way. A championship on the line here. 2-2 game, 18:38 left to go here in this third overtime period. Goaltending, him and Stellar. Here's a chance here, down low. Skirman unable to get a shot. She made a couple of nice moves. Here's Schofield all by herself. Polak also coming up here late in the rush here for Schmew, but unable to get a return pass. StFX turn it over towards the center ice area. Here is Lansley now with a burst of speed. Wild to walk down Main Street. Lansley, backhander, that goes over the net. Good chance there. He was allowed to dangle, and when she allows to take off and get a little bit of speed, nice solid backhand. Backhand's hard to stop there for goaltenders. Here's Power now. Oh, makes a nice move to get away from Blanche. Oh, a couple players collide there as Manning and Power fall down. Puck's in the Husky zone. 17:45 to go. Here is Blanche. Lance sleeve. That hits the body of Halliday and stays on the far side boards. Coming in is Wilkinson to keep it in, but that's just for a short time. Sent right back down. Here's Audie now on Blanche. Manning back there. Lead pass. A little bit of a collision. Pass a little bit too far for Birch. Was going to be icing. It's waved off. And back off the bench here for the St. Mary's Huskies is Murphy. And spinning away is Wilkinson. Wardle now allowed to walk down Main Street. There's a wrist shot. It's in the slot. StFX will clear. They'll take their time and they'll get it towards center ice area. Murphy goes back to Wardle here as StFX changes. 16:53 to go.
Yeah, fans wanted too many men there against the X-women. They had a player hop on the ice but quickly hop back.
Yeah, no harm, no foul here. 16:41 left. It's in front of the net there. Askin and Noseworthy there. Flipped high. Gravel can't keep it in. Will come right back into the StFX zone. Fanning on it. And here is McDonald now for the Huskies. Allowed to walk out front. Dangle. Drops it back to Askin. Actually, Polak has it. Polak cross-ice pass. McDonald right there. Penalty coming up. And it's body contact. And that's pretty well no-brainer. No contact, no checking at all, and it's an easy one there for McNaughton to call as Gravel will go off for 2 or less. And the struggling power play here for the Huskies gets a chance to go back on the ice. And I'm sure that they'll be happy with the stat, only scoring 2 power play goals in the playoffs, because it will mean that they have won the championship here tonight. So let's see what Manning and Blanche Douglas and Lanceleaf can do here on this 4-on-3. Douglas here along the blue line. Gets the return pass from Lanceleaf. Down low. Centering there. That's a shot. Lanceleaf. That's stopped by Rassinen. And no rebound. Some white jerseys on the doorstep. But good rebound control by Rassinen. Knew that if he gave a second chance, it could go in behind her. And all of a sudden, the championship will be staying here in St. Mary's. Face-off one. Huskies been doing very well in the face-off circle. And another win. Here is Douglas. Lanceleaf now, give and go. We'll switch things around. There's a wrist shot. It's in the blue ice. Walk around. And Rassinen has it once again. Shuts the door and gets a pat on the back from her teammates.
Wow, Manning had the stick. Puck on the stick for the game. Backhand chance. Rassinen, nice save. I don't know how she's doing it. She's just getting lots of shots against her. It'd be kind of a funny storyline here for St. Mary's if they won it on a power play after only scoring 1 goal in the playoffs.
Exactly, so they're looking pretty good. The passing looking excellent. Lanceleaf now. Oh, trying to set up Blanche there. She was coming down looking for that cross-ice tape-to-tape pass. 1:13 left in the Gravel penalty. Puck's in behind the boards, on the end boards. And that's flipped high into the StFX bench and out of play with 1:06 left in the Gravel penalty. They've done everything, it just haven't been able to, and Rassinen has shut the door. So they got to be happy here if you're Coach Larad how this power play has worked out. They just haven't been able, and sometimes you run into a hot goaltender too.
Yeah, it could be the 4-on-3 as well. StFX going with Bujold up front here to try to kill this out. She's very aggressive. She might even get an odd man rush or short-handed opportunity. It'll be a hand pass here against the Huskies. Face-off coming outside of their own end.
Exactly 1 minute left in the Gravel penalty. This line changes that Larad has worked. It's worked very well here for them. Of course, the team's first lines have been struggling here in the series, so Larad switched things up, and this Manning line has been pretty good, along with Lanceleaf and Polak. And Blanche here now, he's on the power play. Here is Douglas. Oh, right down on the doorstep there, Blanche. Wasn't able to get a good amount of composite on it. One and done. Clear towards center ice area. 36 seconds left. Here's Blanche now. Back to Douglas. Lanceleaf, wrist shot. That hits a couple of bodies and grazes the goalpost. McNaughton, of course, waves it as if things continue on, and they do. 21 seconds left in the Gravel penalty. Lanceleaf, face-off circle. Douglas, wrist shot. And that sort of hands-cuffs Rassinen. 10 seconds left. Blanche goes cross-ice. Right on the doorstep. And unable to jam it there was Lanceleaf down low. 2 seconds left. Gravel standing up, joins the play, a wrist shot, and that goes high and in behind the net. A chance for StFX to clear. They just get it to center ice and no further. Dumped back in by Wardle. 6 minutes gone here to period, and Rassinen will just cover up as it comes dangerously out front, knowing that her line mates need a change badly with 14:01 left to go here in the third overtime period. A 2-2 hockey game from Halifax.
That's a massive kill for the X-Women. The Huskies threw everything they possibly could on that power play.
Murphy now, chance to finish down low. It's in the blue ice. That squeezes out the other side. Murphy as Wilkinson directs traffic. Now Wilkinson cutting towards the net. She'll come up with the puck as it bounces it off the end boards. Wilkinson makes a couple of nice moves. A little bit of bump there from McDonald. And following up there is Blanche. She'll keep it in, send it towards the corner to Birch. Husky fans want some interference calls. None coming. 13:30 still to go here in the third overtime period as Wilkinson, after a good shift, goes off. And Power allowed to come with the puck. Goes wide on Askins. Goes in behind the net, looking for some help. Walks out to front and has her stick check. A beautiful job there by Wardle. And Power has no play other than to send it towards the corner and go for a change. A big stick there by the veteran. Dangerous out front. Skirman and a pad save by Clark. Allowed the walkout out front there. Set out to the center ice area. Audie there. Take the big pass. There's a wrist shot. Hit the body. Goes towards the corner. And Askin now has the puck. Trying to settle it down behind her own net. With a burst of speed. Polak now. 2-on-3. Huskies change it. There's a wrist shot. Scores! Gemma McDonald. Game-winning goal. Championship will be staying here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. 2016-2017 AUS Women's Hockey Champions, the St. Mary's Huskies.
What a shot, top shelf, over the glove of Rassinen. The St. Mary's Huskies win it here on home ice in a thrilling triple overtime win. What a finish to an excellent hockey game.
And the thing with Jimmy McDonald, she was pointless in this series. Doesn't matter how many you get if you get it at the right time. In the meantime, a very dejected St. Francis Xavier ex-women hockey team consoling there. And as Jordan Ellis mentioned, she put it top shelf. What a great hockey game, but if there's any consolation here for StFX, they're still going to the Nationals, but what an effort by both teams here. And of course, we're going to stay here for the trophy presentation and the banner presentation.
I'm sure
Gemma McDonald.
I'm sure Blooming Point, Prince Edward Island is rocking right now. Gemma McDonald's hometown, huge winner. It took, what was it, 95 minutes and change, 97 minutes to play this hockey game. Wow.
Yeah, St. Mary's Huskies fans here at our broadcast location showing their appreciation, and the blue flag of StFX is also waving proudly.
Yeah, nothing to put your heads down. That was an excellent hockey game. Rassinen was unbelievable. Clark was unbelievable. Both teams are going on to Kingston, Ontario to take on Queen's University is the host of U Sports. And both teams hopefully will have a long run.
Absolutely, of course. AUS hockey teams strong here as some of the Husky players come over, show their appreciation to the fans that stuck it out here at the Alumni Arena. And the St. Francis Xavier X-Women were hoping to get their 11th AUS championship. It won't happen here tonight. For St. Mary's, they'll get their 6th, and it's a back-to-back as they won it last year. And for them, it will be their 3rd in 8 seasons. So they'll be off to Napanee, Ontario, Strathcona Paper Center for the U Sport National Championship. Representing, of course, AUS, both teams, as Jordan mentioned. Phil Curry there on the ice surface here as they're getting ready to do the presentation of the medals as well as the banner here. Another banner will be going up here in the Alumni Arena.
The toughest thing to do in hockey is to defend a championship. That's what the Huskies were able to do this season. Congratulations, of course, to St. Mary's. What an awesome game.
And the player of the game here for the X-Women is Jenna McDonald out of Osgood, Ontario. And the game-winning goal, almost like as if you picked them because you always pick the overtime winner. Gemma McDonald, as you mentioned, out of Blooming Point, Prince Edward Island, picks a fine time to get her first point here in this final series.
Most Valuable Player Award coming up.
Phil Curry, center ice.
Just says men's by accident. I feel bad.
Yeah. Birch, and no disagreement out of that one. She's been fantastic here in this series. Was the Huskies Female Athlete of the Week announced earlier today, and now she'll get the MVP here.
Yeah, very well deserved. She was excellent.
And now the banner presentation. Landsleeve, Douglas, Trechek, and Pollock here going to pick up hats as well as the hardware and that banner. So all of a sudden this arena that is very small, but it has been very friendly here to this Husky team. We'll have another banner going in behind the net. As you see there at home, the Huskies fans make noise. The 2016-17 champions here from St. Mary's. Phil Curry and John Keefe from the Atlantic University Sport. And all of a sudden, you know that the players are going to take a skate around there with the hardware.
And then they got to reset and start focusing on nationals. But first, they're going to enjoy themselves here tonight.
Well, let's get your final thoughts here on what has been a fantastic series here before we call her quits of a long night here at the Alumni Arena. And the thing is that it could have gone like either way, but you know, the thing is the defending champions are the champions, and they have been through adversity. They didn't really look good there in game number 2, but they bounced back and looked better here and gave it a solid effort, and they're going to have a championship to celebrate here tonight here in Halifax.
Yeah, it was basically a coin flip there in this final game. Both teams were excellent.
Yeah.
And congratulations to the Huskies. Hats off to the St. Francis Xavier X-Women, both of them. Best of luck next week at the New Sport Nationals.
So, of course, we want to thank our hard-working crew here behind the scenes at Bell 5 TV1. We also want to thank Jordan Ellis for providing expertise here throughout this one. Want to thank our fans. So once again, congratulations to the St. Mary's Huskies, the 2016-2017 Subway AUS Women's Hockey Champions. So for all of us, my name is Dan Hobson. Thank you for watching Bell 5 TV1's special presentation of the 2016-2017 Subway AUS Women's Hockey Championship from the Alumni Arena in Halifax, Nova Scotia. So long, everybody.